keep calling, I ain't picking up.
Yeah.
These hoes keep calling, I ain't picking up.
Yeah.
Told these hoes I'll be back around June. Told these hoes I'll be back around June. Better yet, I changed my numbers for the whole winter. Damn, it's so cold in the fucking winter. These hoes keep calling, I ain't picking up. Damn, I'm so cold in the fucking winter.
You was in La Marina all summer. You was up in Toxic all summer. Now it's getting chilly, that's the fall coming. Now nigga get a call from her, what's up, how you been, how was summer, how that in? I'm like some bitch stringing me along like a violin. She was too busy hosting, on Instagram posting, hashtag no filter, aka hoe filter, with the innocent face, but you so guilty. Now I'ma take her in like a whole shelter, when there's a few niggas that I know killed her. 4 Celtics, Nick Guard, you know Felton. Some nigga in Atlanta, Air Trainer, no Delta. Been naughty all year, trying to end it nicely. Summer hoes turning into winter wifey.
These hoes keep calling, I ain't picking up.
Yeah.
These hoes keep calling, I ain't picking up.
Yeah.
Told these hoes I'll be back around June. Told these hoes I'll be back around June. Better yet, I changed my numbers for the whole winter. Damn, it's so cold in the fucking winter. These hoes keep calling, I ain't picking up. Damn, I'm so cold in the fucking winter.
You was in Club Live every Sunday. You was in KOD every Monday. Just like Lil Wayne said,
live on Sundays, King of Diamonds Monday.
Oh, you been working out? You think I'm dumb or what? I know how a winter gut turned into a summer butt. She bartend, he paid for the shots. But why the lime marita for the thoughts? Hard dick and bazooka. Maybe a little hookah. She thinking Philippe, I'm thinking Chipotle. I heard bitches commit sins for Chipotle. Every rapper in a cypher, every player in a huddle. You really wanna fuck, but you say you wanna cuddle. You posting like you ballin', but you really in a struggle. The captions be deep, but you shallow as a puddle. Turn down for what?
These hoes keep calling, I ain't picking up.
Yeah.
These hoes keep calling, I ain't picking up.
Yeah.
Told these hoes I'll be back around June. Told these hoes I'll be back around June. Better yet, I changed my numbers for the whole winter. Damn, it's so cold in the fucking winter. These hoes keep calling, I ain't picking up. Damn, I'm so cold in the fucking winter.
Sometimes I like dick, sometimes I combine and I like them slick. Them slick probably went over your head. Couldn't lay up, I just went over for head. Made her change of plans when she bent over the bed. And now she on the balcony, pinned over the ledge. Been a few days ways, but I sent over some bread. It can get rough with tuition and rent over your head. Not to save hoes or rescue anybody, but a nigga know what stress do to the body. And I done seen you in the best shoes, but Zanatti shit be looking like fresh shoes on Bugattis. And I don't know who invented high heels, but I swear we all on one. And if you do know that man, girl, I be like, where you know I'm from? You so slick, so small, curvy, teeth all pearly, hair all curly. Was a tomboy, now you all girly. Never look tired, but you wake up all early. Hit the gym, keep it toned up. Progress pic, holding your phone up. Aw shit, waist getting smaller. Niggas on Instagram like, damn, I need to call her.
That body perfect in my eyes. No matter what they say, everything looking just right. You got that blessing in disguise. Who would've known? Girl, you got
them slick girls get me every time. Them slick girls could get every time. Them slick girls get me every time. Them slick girls could get every time. She like, hold up, let me throw on something light. Bitch really went through something tight. Came downstairs in a superwoman tights like da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da. Damn, I ain't know you was holding like that. I ain't know brown skin Kelly rolling like that. Never knew you had it with your sneaky ass. She said I never seen you looking with your peeking ass. 34, 24, 36. Finally got a selfie after taking 30 pics. 36, 24, 40. D-cups, caption, double cup shorty, and it's angles to the shit. Angles to the shit. Gotta hold the phone up and put the angle on the pics. And then they poke it out and put that angle on the hip. Having thirsty niggas come from every angle at the bitch. Lord, heard when they thinner, you get deeper in her. They say when they thicker, make you come quicker.
them slick girls get me every time. Them slick girls could get every time.
That ass in the gym, squat life. Gotta show them love in the era of the shot life. This is all from my mama, this is not knife. Niggas love her shit, give a fuck about life.
That body perfect in my eyes. No matter what they say, everything looking just right. You got that blessing in disguise. Who would've known? Girl, you got
them slick girls get me every time. Them slick girls could get every time. Them slick girls get me every time. Them slick girls could get every time.
I'm a Georgian. I'm a mother of 3. I work hard. I love my country.
But do you promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help me God.
This is Willie, you fucking with it?
yeah.
Alright. Yeah. Sleep, you fucking with it? My bad. Alright. I see, no. Blicky on the seat, my dog rest in peace. It's hard for me to sleep like I don't ever sleep. Jealousy gon' cause a death for felony. The babies out here banging bees or they throwing seeds. Leech can't even get the stain up out the streets. Smiling on the outside but inside bleeding. Hemorrhaging, they just trying to drain my energy. Vampire, up all night like fangs on my teeth. How you wanna go and kill your partner? You ain't got no beef. Been sitting at the table, even when I ain't had no seat. If your lights and water never been cut off, don't judge me. If it ain't no real love, please don't try to hug me. Place no one above me. Underground like Bun B. I can tell you just getting money, your first baby mom was ugly. Yes, I'm blessed, not lucky. Gotta load them bunky. She sucked me up on her monthly. I hope my past don't hunt me. I'm covered in the blood, that's my armor. If you have done what I did, you wouldn't believe in karma. I should be ashamed for what I said to my mama. Paranoid at night, pistol on me like pajamas. Blicky on the seat, my dog rest in peace. It's hard for me to sleep like I don't ever sleep. Jealousy gon' cause a death or felony. The babies out here banging bees, or they throwing seeds. Leaks can't even get the stain up out the streets. Smiling on the outside, but inside bleeding. Hemorrhaging, they just trying to drain my energy. Vampire, up all night like fangs on my teeth. You think something sweet? Insulin. Say money, talk, I hope you're a great listener. Pull the partition up, this a private convo. Clap on they block, spin again for an encore. No one on revenge mode, blood on this front porch. Oh, you gonna play it like that? They must want war. Striking through the city on the Vikings and Henny. Anything to feel numb, always love don't want any. Like a penny with a hole in it. Then I put my soul in it. First I pop the trunk, then I put some bows in it. Rest in peace, Richie, know your pop heartbroken. Never get a chance to hear another word spoken. Getting cancer and being there, another way of coping. Certain circumstances make you care less about voting. When company come through, I leave a stick out in the open. I ain't playing about this shit, it be the ones that's the closest. Blicky on the seat, my dog rest in peace. It's hard for me to sleep like I don't ever sleep. Jealousy gon' cause a death or felony. The babies out here banging bees, or they throwing seeds. Leaks can't even get the stain up out the streets. Smiling on the outside, but inside bleeding. Hemorrhaging, they just trying to drain my energy. Vampire, up all night like fangs on my teeth.
God is the greatest with him here in Illuminati doing favors. 2 chains, 6 watches, 100 million, 2 pockets. Double M. Ricky Renzel, a.k.a. Lemon Pepper. Been the biggest, still the biggest. A.k.a. up in your baby mama, nigga.
Tony, beat up and battered the block. Came from not having a lot. Want my American pie. Rich, like arrogant guy. Burn you, don't play with the vibe. Know you get buried alive. Can't walk a day in these shoes. These don't come in your size. You hot, apparently not. Woke up wearing a watch. 2 Cuban links. Trapping like Cheetos. Got various spots. From weed to powder, powder to rocks. Been having massive gloves in my car. I take a shroom and stare at a star. Should I own this motherfucker? I stand on the bar. You always posting cars and never post your home decor. Versace roll to the floor. The deadbolt on the door. I pray for Italy. Spent my honeymoon on the water. Got cribs in Cali and Florida. I love her, so I support her. I got a scale and a Ziploc. May I take your order? The hustle in my aorta. I dodge another reporter. Before the pandemic, still one bought with Corona.
Calling and I reply. Spread that money like a Caesar. Why? My wrist cost 100 G's. I handle my beat. I'm young, rich, and black. Bitch. Young, rich, and black. Young, rich, and black. Young, rich, and black. Young, rich, and black.
I'm living proof when you real. You see the truth as it is. The heart and spirit's age cannot be gauged by the counting of years. And it don't matter what amounts in your account, you ain't rich. Without the grace of God's blessing, money don't mean shit. My work the best on planet Earth, so I never abuse it. Can't drink, smoke, or sniff it. Gotta listen to use it. Shit so fire, I get 1 million people high when I move it. And when the cosmos collapse, I still have passion for music. Young, rich, black.
Maybach music.
Twin
phantoms in the city, niggas know who really winning. Why you tell us what you're spending? 40 carats on my finger, where I live at money linger. Time to get another beamer, I could count $1 million cash at 3 mil, my hands a tingle. Boss. Kilo after kilo, blow my winnings out in Reno. Boss. Candy out in Chevy, new motor, I got to beat 'em. Trapping out in Tampa, Tom Brady face on the C-note. Autograph my jersey on Thursdays, the hoes get peed on. Woo. Bitches on the furlough, let her come back if she fertile. She just a surrogate, I told her name my son Roberto. When you're on the money team, you gotta hit 'em where you hurt 'em. Offers for my catalog, I guess it's just the way I word 'em. Since Toya Brown back, I pray she living with a purpose. Contacting her man's overnight, I had some Perkin. Playing polo out in Soho, go for Dolo on these verses. In the Phantom on the phone, a blow, and then I pull a curtain.
And I reply, spread that money like a Caesar. Why? My wrist cost $100 G's. I handle my beat. I'm young, rich, and black. Bitch. Young, rich, and black. Young, rich, and black. Young, rich, and black. Young, rich, and black.
Jobs, Kyrie couldn't find one. He ain't really asked me for nothing, it's time to rob something. People more in tune with ancestors than in the Bible. Round here you so dope a pussy, it's called survival. Middle finger to pigs, 12 feds and 5-0. Niggas call you when they want something just like a side hoe. My mind blown. When I was down, niggas was blindfold. Grind mode, still selling bags when I was signed though. That's the sign though. I'm a wine mode, I'm in Cabo. Michael Mirror Dior like a pop smoke on the top floor. Listen carefully, this the top floor. I've been popping over people's head like July 4th. Partner died, I didn't cry. Guess my tears was dried up. When I was winning, you weren't clapping from your hands was tied up. And I'm tired of all this pain that's inside of. Talking to my demons and they told me that they were proud of me. Drugs not prescribed, trying to mask what's inside. Be the first one to say I'm the last of my kind, yeah, it's two. Step aside, not the one. I'ma vibe all the rage that's inside during the plague. I survive. I'm God's favorite, and when it comes to the drip, I'm a Navy ship. I with you up in the bitch. Ain't no baby steps. I jumped over the fence. They wait for you to die so they can sit, reminisce.
Some people out here waiting on you to die so they can take your girl. They wait for you to die. The labels waiting on you to die. so they can get some materialistic things. You know, grandma left me the house, you know. She left me the car. You know, did they have life insurance? And who gonna pay for the funeral? They wait for you to die. What you mean you been doing all that hustling and you ain't have nothing saved up, so when you die, you leave that responsibility to someone else? Damn. They wait for you to die. You gotta go fund me account. Or some shit like that. They wait for you to die. You gotta raise money. But see, if I don't pay for the funeral, I ain't a real nigga no more. He ain't real no more. Man, come on with that shit. They wait for you to die.
That's what it's about. Gonna have a good time tonight, man. We're gonna keep it a little light tonight. Every time I say that, we end up getting really serious because it's a classic conversation. They just go where it go. Got two special guests with us tonight. First off, I'm gonna come back to you because I know you're feeling good this week, so we'll come back to you. So,
also when we lose, you want to start a conversation. Okay, that's all good.
Hey man, I have to do that because again, bro, if I don't do it, they're gonna be like, man, see, JT won't talk about Low. That's his boy. He won't talk about it when they lose it. So, I'm gonna go to my guest tonight, man. To my right over here, I got my young brother, man. This guy right here, it's hard to say what he does because he does a little bit of everything. This is Soccer Boss. He rocking the alibi. I see you rocking the alibi. Yeah. Soccer, go ahead and let people know something about yourself.
Man, like he said, I do a little bit of everything. Graphics, floors, cook, babysit, beat your kids, all that good stuff. I do a little bit of everything. I used to do this thing. DTTO show was my platform. Photographer, graphics. It's just so many different things that I put. My grandfather always told me, throw everything against the wall, whatever stick, that's what you're doing. Everything been sticking. So
yeah, your wall full.
Chasing the bag.
Your wall is full.
My wall is full.
For real.
Had to build another one.
And to my left, man, I credit this guy, partially for getting me through this pandemic. This is one of my favorite DJs that's out there, bruh. It's my man, DJ D Mark in the building. Go ahead and let him know something about yourself, brother.
Peace and blessings, people. It's your man, DJ D Mark of Details Entertainment. DJ here and all over the U.S., really, wherever I get booked. But right now, you could catch me at Infinity Lounge on the South Side on Saturdays. You could catch me downtown at the W Midtown on Fridays. And you could catch me at somebody's wedding. At least, twice, 3 times a month doing somebody's wedding or a private social event. Peace and blessings, people.
Hey, man, for real. Listen to this brother, man. Make sure that you go, what is it? Mixcloud.
Yeah, I'm on Mixcloud.
Yeah, Mixcloud, man. Go to Mixcloud. Subscribe to this man. I promise you. You listen to 2 of his mixes, you ain't got to give a lot. Give him something. Just give him something. You can listen to him as much as you want. I tell you, I know because I'm a vet at this thing, bro. For real. So, my partner, Angelo.
What up, though?
Yeah, boy, team I got on a winning streak, boy.
It's a whole game.
The squad.
A one-game winning streak.
Steelers, his squad, yeah. So,
if you'd have said Cowboys, I was leaving. I'm telling you now.
When he was
left too.
when his team was losing, I had to say something because if I didn't, people was gonna say, why he ain't saying nothing. So, if it was anybody else, he'd be on their case. So that's why. So now I'm giving them his props because they're winning, won, at least. You think y'all gonna keep Cleveland out?
Well, here's the thing. We Big Ben gonna sit Sunday because really we can only be the 2 or 3 seed. And the 2 seed doesn't get home, don't get to bye this year. So they figure it don't really matter either 2 or the 3. You still got to play next week. You're still gonna be at home, so it really don't matter. So I don't know. This game, without Big Ben, we got Mason Rudolph starting. You know, that's the infamous Cleveland game where
I know
the whole helmet. So
the big fight.
Interesting. That's the game we're gonna start.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man, but I hope we can be competitive, and it's always good to beat Cleveland regardless. So we'll see.
So while we at it,
just to beat the Colts, I was satisfied.
Want to go through? What's your team?
The New York Football Giants.
Yes, sir. That's my man right there.
Hold on, my phone ringing.
What's your team?
I'm a diehard Eagles fan, bro. You know what it is.
Yeah. I mean,
you know that.
Look, right now we got to be down. All of us in the NFC East got to be down hard to say this stuff out loud.
Yeah, right.
And the boys kept saying NFC least this year. NFC least.
We got to be down hard to say it out loud.
7 games, win the division.
I was going through some old jerseys today, man. I saw a Hakeem Nicks jersey. I took a picture of it. It's like good times. Ooh, those some good times. Been a long time, boy. Been a long time. So, we're fans now. We're just gonna
you're
be
a true fan, man. You know, but when you can scream out Giants, I mean,
yeah. And he said,
you're still a real fan.
Yeah, football Giants. That's what he said. He said it out loud too. He's a G-man.
Eagles just having a word.
You trying to convince yourself or convince us?
I know, right? How about that?
He said it with his chest. G-man.
That's what he's supposed to say it. With your chest. G-man. That's what he's supposed to say it. You know what I'm saying? Right. So
I want to shout out real quick, JT, my boy, Jerry. What we watching, man. Fatherhood over everything.
Oh,
sweater,
yeah.
Man, he did.
That's my man.
Yeah.
Nice and comfortable, brother. You know what I mean? Fatherhood over everything. Just so happens to be black and gold. He just so happened to bring me that black and gold Steeler color. I'm sure that wasn't no mistake. So, shout out Jerry, man. Big things, man. Big things, bro.
Yeah. I like his whole movement, man. I got a couple of his cars. I actually introduced him at a fashion show before. He got some nice stuff.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, see,
he got some nice stuff.
I've shopped with a lot of, designers and things. Like he just said, them things right there, comfy, brother. Yeah. I got one. Them things, comfy, comfortable.
All right, Jared, that's a problem. There's 2 people up here that have one, and I just gave you a lot of props right here, and I don't have one. So that's a problem right there. We need to correct that real soon, real quick, faster than a hurry. Since we're right there, fatherhood over everything. In the studio tonight, I'm proud to say that I have my offspring. I have Mr. Klassic Jr. I have my man Tyler in the building tonight, man. He is leaving tomorrow to start a real life as a grown-up out there serving for the United States Air Force. What up, boy? You good?
Nice.
Say it loud. Say it with your chest. You good? There you go, my man. There you go.
You don't even know how many of these conversations he's been a part of.
Oh, boy. Oh, man. Look, you were almost a part of a conversation tonight. You know what I'm talking about, too. We had a couple issues before. But everything, because as you see, he's here, so everything is smoothed out. Because, boy, I was hot. I was hot. I was hot. Well, I was a hot baby daddy, boy. I was ready to come down and I was get some stuff off my chest. He knocked on the door. I'm like, all right, cool. And then, get this, man. He knocked on the door bearing gifts. Not a $20 gift. Got me a Brooklyn Nets Kevin Durant jersey, boy.
Nice.
See, I got a grown man as a child now, boy.
Nice. How about that?
Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff there.
Good stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one of the good things that's happened for me in 2020, man. My son enlisted, and he's still moving forward. 2020 was crazy, but, 2 of the best things ever could have happened to me. I got married, and my son got on about his business. Oh, I'm pretty good right now. Yeah, I'm pretty Gucci right now. So
pretty Gucci.
It's pretty Gucci. So yeah, need to talk about some of the craziness though that happened in 2020. Of course, we know the pandemic. We already know about that. But the social unrest and everything that went down. We had a lot of shows in regards to that. I wish we could have had you down here when we was talking about the whole Christianity thing. Mm-hmm. That was some pretty dope shows. We're gonna make sure to get you down for the next one, man. We actually got a guy down here he's undefeated. Mm-hmm. I mean, he's undefeated. He's a non-believer. He is undefeated, bro.
Daryl? He watching too.
That's my guy, Daryl.
Yeah,
that's my dude.
He undefeated.
That's my dude.
He's undefeated.
What up, Daryl?
Yeah, he's undefeated. But with the social unrest and everything that's went down, and I think it was even more pulverizing because we was in a pandemic. People was actually sitting still to see it instead of doing a regular thing. Yeah, y'all, we looking at the game, so that's why y'all see us doing this crazy stuff. But I'm afraid that the pandemic and all this other stuff is going to, as people say, they want us to stay woke. I'm almost feeling like we might fall asleep because of the pandemic, voting, and now everybody trying to find out if you're going to get $2,000 or $600. Confused because 1 minute you only getting 300, then they said now we're going to get 600, back to 300. Now it was 2,000. Now the 2,000 is gone again. So these type of things, I almost think it's changing the narrative to where we could actually forget, what's actually happened in 2020. And I'm afraid that going into 2021, that we're going to find ourselves just status quo instead of still trying to fight the good fight or move forward.
Distractions.
What you think about that?
Distractions, that's what they're called. And even with that, what you bringing up, the things that happened, there was another officer involved shooting this morning. I believe it was this morning, in Atlanta.
Really?
Yeah. I think you met Monteria Robinson.
Yeah.
She's been on our show. Her son was killed. It's a group that we're in, and she posted this morning, and she said the same situation that happened to her son happened to somebody else this morning. They kicked in the door and let off a whole bunch of shots, and her son was captured on Facebook Live. But they let off over 100 shots, hit him 76 times.
In Atlanta?
That was here?
Yeah. It was what was it, 4 years? 4 years now?
Yeah, her son. But this morning.
This morning was here, yeah.
This morning was, okay. Yeah, I knew about her story.
Hers was one with the feds, with the federal.
Yeah, it was a whole bunch of them. Yeah, today it was Maitland Circle.
Maitland Circle, I've heard of that. I don't know where it's at, but I've heard of it.
Yeah, but another
same type scenario kick in.
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
Wow. I hadn't heard that one.
Yeah, so she has a anything that goes down like that, she has a vested interest. So she was kind of sharing in the group as the news was live and saying what they were saying. She was kind of relaying to us that weren't sitting down watching it. But man, it's just crazy, bro.
Yeah, I don't see how we could stop moving forward because the things just keep on happening.
Right.
Stop.
Just like I sent it to Angelo today about the lady they're calling her Karen because they haven't identified her or they're actually not saying who she was, but the lady that was attacking the kid for saying that he had her cell phone. Was it a saxophonist?
It was a 12-year-old. The father was defending his son. Someone like 12 years old or something like 12. Yeah.
The guy is a
famous saxophone player.
He lost. She had already checked out.
Right. They say she had checked out like 2 days prior.
Came in, accusing him of stealing her phone, and come to find out the Uber driver dropped it off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but looking at the video, man, she was attacking a grown man and his child for a cell phone, telling him to take the case off the cell phone so that they could see the back of the cell phone, all this type of stuff. And she wasn't going anywhere because she can't live her life without her phone. Manager of the hotel actually asked them to take the case off of the phone so that they could
prove that
it
wasn't hers.
Yeah, so the dad, he was like, wait, I'm your customer and you're actually going to take her side for this? And yeah, it was crazy. So he put the video out hoping that somebody can recognize her and identify who she is, so that some type of charges can be brought. Assault, because looking at the video, she actually did assault them.
Couple times.
Yeah, not once. Kept going at him. Yeah, kept going at him. Like my man said, they were just going downstairs to get a box of breakfast. Because of COVID, you're not going down to sit down and eat. What I'm saying? He said they was going downstairs to get a box of breakfast, and they got attacked by this lady.
Wow. you know what? My concern about things getting silent and, like you said, the word distraction is when you have those incidents such as you had two similar incidents where the kid was killed coming home and the police, pulled him over in front of his house and he ended up getting shot and killed with his groceries. He's going to go get his brother and his grandmother a Subway sandwich. Y'all saw that one?
There's a couple months back.
Oh,
yeah, then he gets killed.
Then
right behind that, the kid gets arrested at his dad's doorstep, screaming and beating on the door, and the police literally just, take him down. And when the dad opens the door up, cops say, "Yeah, you take one more step, you gonna get it too." You know what I'm saying? And he just asked him, "Hey man, what you doing to my son? What'd he do?" So but I don't see the riot and the protests, the show of force,
the way it was
for those type of incidents. Because the only way I think you get some type of change, it has to be consistent for every incident. You just can't pick and choose.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You know what I mean? What makes one death more significant than the other death?
It's almost like, y'all, all of us, we know about how styles come and styles go, and that's almost the way it feels, is as if at the beginning of the pandemic when everything went down with George Floyd and everything, everybody, it was stylish to get out there and do something then. But now these incidents happen. What is that? It's out of style now.
Right,
nobody is, and I'm saying it, I wasn't out there. I'll tell you that.
Only if it's caught on camera. That's the only way. We're only going to protest if it's captured. You know what I mean? If it's brutal enough. I don't know what is the criteria for a march. You know what I'm saying?
It seems as if it's the ones that are caught and pushed on national news. Like there's so much stuff that happens just here in Georgia. Like the song I had let you hear, JT. Mm-hmm. Like those cases are here in Georgia, and those families still have no justice. When they do get together, it's a small group. You get what I'm saying? They'll go out and have a vigil or something. It's a small group. Nobody gets behind them because it's not on national news. So if it's not on national news, it's not bothering some people because they don't have a chance at getting their 5 minutes of fame. You get what I'm saying? So, that's a huge issue.
It is.
That's a huge issue. Like even with the, like you brought up the George Floyd thing. If that wasn't captured and pushed on national news, I wonder how many of those people would have even
wouldn't have been nowhere near significant.
Right.
We kind of talked about that the last time I came to visit you guys. And we talked a little bit about the fact that we need to have, as black people, we need to have institutions. A lot of times when things were down with the pandemic and George Floyd, and a lot of people were getting murdered by police, you had people outraged. But we have to have organization, and we have to have institutions that help protect our people. We have to have some type of funding to where, families who can't afford to have their own lawyer, there needs to be some institutions in place that can help, especially when it comes to civil rights issues like the ones that we've been discussing. Because nothing will get done. Those families won't get any help if there's not some type of system in place to help them.
Absolutely. And it's funny, D.C. Kerr was here a couple weeks ago, and in a part of his show, particularly towards the end, where he talks about, these preachers, and how these preachers, one in particular here in the Atlanta area, wanted a new jet, and the point of him getting that new jet, plane, whatever you want to call it, was to go across the world to preach the gospel to places that don't get it, right? But in his monologue of speaking of this, he said, you want this new jet, but why didn't fly that jet to Minnesota when Philando Castile was killed? Why you didn't fly that jet when Tamar Rice was killed? Why you didn't fly that jet? He was just naming all these police shootings and all these kids murdered, A lot of them not justified, and none of those, and that same preacher, why that jet never landed in any of those major cities where all those people were killed at. But you want to go take a jet to go across the country, another, you know what I mean?
Right.
You know, what about right here? What about right here? Why you ain't taking that jet right here to all these issues that are occurring right under your nose, and you're saying nothing about it? You know what I mean? And that's one of the biggest topics we had over this course of this year was the disappointment of the church system and these preachers these mega pastors who have all this power, and you're doing absolutely nothing with it right here to defend your own people. But you want us to give you all this money to go fly a jet to some other country that, you know what I mean? You know, so that's one of my biggest disappointments.
Hey man,
and it still is.
You made the statement, and I mean, I was sitting right in next to him. I probably blanked out for like 5 to 8 minutes, just really thinking about what you said when you was talking about these preachers, these big time pastors and everything. If they came together, people would really, and when I say people, I'm talking about the powers that be, that the lawmakers and things of that nature, would really listen. You know, you can't tell me that all these, you know, we can throw T.D. Jakes in there, all these guys got together. You can't tell me that they couldn't get on CNN or OWN or BET and actually have a forum and actually speak to the powers that be, the lawmakers and everything, to make some things change, to make them listen. But you haven't heard anything, nowhere near. I mean, none of them has come out and said anything. Or did I miss it?
I ain't heard a mumbling.
Did I maybe? I mean, again, I know I don't troll the internet as much as I probably should since I'm behind this microphone, but did I miss it that one of them came out and, you know?
I haven't seen it, and that's a great point because there's so many powerful black churches, especially here in the city of Atlanta, and you would expect to hear more from these pastors who have mega churches and hundreds and thousands of people that attend their church. You would think that we would see and hear a message from, you know, the clergyman.
Hey, when he said it, I mean, I promise you, man, I sat here and just thought about how powerful that would be to really get people to listen. You know, Louisville, I keep looking at that special. And if you can't get, if I promise you they would have gotten them to listen. Somebody would have been charged with something other than shooting into, well, what did he get charged with? Shooting into a dwelling, an occupied dwelling?
A dwelling that wasn't even the house where they killed a woman.
Yeah, so he got charged for that, but you didn't get charged for actually shooting into this house and killing this young lady. So, you know, hopefully going into, I don't know who's out there listening can actually get some of these powerful leaders of these churches to you know, to hear this from somebody. I don't know who can do it. There's been a lot of things that we've said on this show, and within the next 2 weeks, we actually see something happen. It almost made me think somebody is listening to what we say. But this is one thing that didn't happen because we talked about it at least 3 weeks straight, and we still didn't see it happen. So, yeah, I'm hoping that can change going into 2021.
It would be nice. I think the problem with that happening, my personal opinion, it's too much of a competition
for
the churches. Period. I don't care how many members they got, how much money they got. They are still in competition
amongst each other.
Yeah, absolutely. Not even the big churches. If you think about it, why we ride down one strip and there's like 10 little churches with 6 people in it? Why not all y'all get together? One building, everybody come to, you get what I'm saying? Like, and that's everywhere.
Very, very good point.
That's everywhere. You got a church here by the package store. You got one over here by Dunkin' Donuts, and they both got 4 people in them. But
bring it together,
even with the mega churches,
right?
I got more. I want that jet because he had a jet, but my jet got to be better. I got butter soft leather on my seats. Like it's still a competition.
That, and there's a lot of politics involved in the black church as well, to where, you know, a lot of churches are nonprofits and they receive funding from the government.
Absolutely.
And a lot of times
we talked about that.
them addressing certain issues will not sit well with people who put money in their pockets.
Yep. We actually touched on that also.
We did, but yet we watch the clergy for this outgoing 45 speak up for him all the time.
Exactly.
We watch these white evangelicals speak up for him all the time. They're not concerned about it. You know what I mean? So, you know, it gives the opportunity. And then we watched a lot of these same preachers that we're speaking about, especially in this area, in Texas, and some of the other mega churches. Do y'all remember the first year of 45's presidency? Who was in that room with him? Y'all remember that meeting he had? And he had all those black pastors lined up in the room with him, praying for him. They were speaking up that day. You know what I'm saying? And they were speaking up that day. So that philosophy of that's to me, you killed it right there. Y'all all met with this dude. Y'all all had this big meeting and talked all this stuff, and none of that stuff that was supposed to happen happened. You know what I mean? But what did you get out of that deal for meeting with him? What did you get out of it? What did you get? We'll never know the answer.
That jet.
The jet.
That jet with the 20s on it.
The jet.
You know. But to not speak out, even if you're not speaking out against the government, even if you're not speaking out against him, to speak out against shootings, you know what I mean? How do you not feel like that's okay?
Not even just shootings though. Look at all the vets that are on the streets just here in Atlanta. There's a lot of veterans.
Yeah.
It's not a bunch of drug addicts and everything else that you know, when you think homeless, that's the first thing you think about. That's that stigma. But it's a lot of veterans that are on the street. All these mega churches that got all this mega money can help them. It don't even. And I'm not saying don't address the shootings, but there's so much stuff that can be done on a smaller scale if they got together.
Yeah. Right.
They don't even do that.
Right.
But they want to pray for you as long as you got your tithes and offering.
The only time they'll do it is if it's when they get back to having them mass conventions. Then you'll see all them big dogs get together.
Right.
We had those mass conventions and drawing in just millions and millions of dollars. Yeah, okay. Keep falling for that banana tailpipe if you wanna. So anyway, we could talk about that all day.
Yeah. I said we weren't gonna get deep. I told you to happen.
Like you said, it's a preacher running for the United States Senate right now. Why wouldn't y'all, as a
collective, absolutely.
Your church, you've been in, like you said, at conferences with this guy. You know he's not a bad guy. Why wouldn't you, as a collective, get your church or congregation behind him?
Yeah, we talked about that in regards to voting. Matter of fact, hey y'all, you got that many more? What's the day's date? 28th. So 29th. So what you got? One more or 2 more days? Are they going to the 31st? Going to the 30th?
Tomorrow, yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna do Thursday.
All right, people. If you have not voted yet, man, y'all need to get out there and do it tomorrow. Again, wherever in your county that they are doing voting, you can go. You do not have to go, just to your polling place. You can go anywhere in your county, man. It's taken I think the longest I've seen has been 15, 20 minutes. That's the longest that I've seen on my social media.
The places, I live in Cal now. Certain places are packed, but it's usually like the city municipal centers, like the libraries.
Yeah.
My daughter's mother went to the library and her cousin went and voted in 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's a line. It's not taking long at all, man. So y'all get out there and do it. And for those of you that don't, January 5th. Got to get out there and make that handle. It seems like we've been voting for 3 years or all year. Because I tell you what, man, these folks on the telephone texting you and stuff, boy, they worse than bill collectors. They worse than. Did you see what Pat said? Pat said the guy sent him a message, said that he stopped by his house yesterday. Huh? He sent him a message, said that he stopped by his house yesterday, and noticed that he wasn't at home, and they just wanted to speak to him about early voting, see if he had voted yet. What would be the best way to contact you? Should we come back by? Should we text you or call you? Give us a time.
Bro, they text me and had me thinking that I knew who they was before they got into their spiel.
Yeah.
Like they call me by my government name and everything. What up, D?
Yeah.
What up, D?
Wow.
Who this? Oh, no, I was just checking on you. Like I felt like the dude from that old that college commercial. What you doing? You on the couch right now? I know you ain't. It felt like that. Then all of a sudden, out the blue, well, we just want you to know that this is such and such from the Black Voters. Da da da. Then he had the nerve to call me. I hung up on him.
Yeah.
I think he got mad because he called me back. Like, bro, you just hung up on me.
They got better. They realized that just reaching out wasn't happening. So now they calling you, going, "What up, bro?"
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
My cousin. I was with my cousin one time. He answered the phone, and that's what they did. They was, "Yo, what's up, bro?" He was like, "Yeah, what's happening, man? What's going on?" He said, "Nothing, man. Just checking in with you, making sure you can get out there and rock that vote." I was like, "Wow."
Yeah, they on it.
Because he had him on speakerphone. I said, "Did he say that out loud?" He said, "Hey, bro." He said, "That's
I'm
how they've
talking
been called."
text messages, emails, they in your inbox.
Yeah, I don't
Real
love
talk though, y'all want that $2,000? You better go out there.
Why you messing around?
Mr. McConnell said, "Whoop. Hey, you want that You want that 2K?
That's who it was. I couldn't think of his name. Mr. McConnell. That's who stopped it there.
McConnell stopped that.
He stopped it. He stopped it quick.
Hey, you want that 2K, boy? You better get out and vote.
All right, hey, y'all, real quick, y'all gonna see a whole bunch of movement up here, because again, this is Classic Conversation, so we do what we want to do when we want to do it. Come on up, Marissa. What? Oh, my bad. Y'all see a little later.
No.
So, okay, good. See, you can't do that from back there. You got to come up here. We catch you up. Come on up. Light your cigar. Let's go. Come on, get through. Get on up here. There you go. Don't say that out loud, man. People out there be logging in our Wi-Fi when they ride by.
Where you going? I gotta go use their Wi-Fi right quick. I'll be right back.
Gotta go pay a bill, man. Look up. Be people sitting in the parking lot just on their laptops.
Like they're at the coffee shop.
Hey, Dwayne, you got D-Mark still in there? Yep. Okay, good deal.
T.Y., what up?
Easy today.
That's right. You just got back in the country.
Yes, I did.
Yeah. Nice Christmas for you. Yo, man, I was up in
country. Where'd you go?
Cartagena, Colombia.
Oh, wow.
Brought back that good, didn't you?
Coastal city.
Wow, that's nice.
Hey, man.
That's nice. Lots of brown people.
I bet. Who we got? That good Reverend?
We'll come back. We're going to talk about white Christmases because that's some bullshit. But anyway.
Who we got on the line there?
Authentic. That's what I'm used to.
Hello?
It's Coach Nash.
Oh, there he is.
There you go. What's up, Coach?
What's up? How y'all feeling, good people?
Hey, man.
Good,
doing
brother.
good,
How you
bro.
feeling?
Hey, man. Always good to be here because a lot of people ain't made it to today.
Facts.
That's a big fact.
For sure.
We've been recapping.
What y'all got shaking?
Well, we've been recapping some of our stories. We were just talking about the police stuff and preacher stuff, and you know what I mean. How you feel about the end of 2020, Coach? And I know you had a couple topics with you. The last one being the education, Black history. It's not being taught in our schools, what have you. We're just kind of recapping things, man. You want to chat anything up about it?
Hey, man, that last podcast I was on was awesome about Black history. If we get more Black male teachers teaching world history, it can change the way our culture thinks, and it could break those generational curses.
Absolutely.
Once you know better, you're supposed to do better. And when you can break those strongholds and you know your history and it can't repeat itself, it could be a beautiful thing.
I totally agree with that.
Like I said before, people really need to start studying Egyptian history because that's the basis of everything that we have. It's a huge basis of everything that we have. Our religious beliefs and everything.
So we had a lot of feedback after that. Go ahead, Coach. Say again.
Even though it is multi-God kind of thing, but Go ahead with your comment.
No, I was just gonna say we had a lot of feedback from that show. You know, a lot of things people said they just simply didn't know. You know what I mean? The lack of, you know, of what's being taught, and then how the structure is in terms of, you know, the limitations. Do you see the opportunity for any of that to change in the near future within the school system? Was that a conversation maybe even after the podcast that you had a chance to reflect on?
Well, I did talk to my department head. And the biggest thing is it stretches so long. I personally think it should be a 2-part class. Because to go from the beginning of time, the beginning of recorded time, beginning of recorded time, all the way to current day, that's a lot to cover. If you could break that down into 2 semesters, the knowledge that kids will get. But I understand why they do it, because they got to get in government, U.S. history, economics, and world history. So that's a lot of history to get into. But world history, if you break it up into 2 parts, you could really peel back the onion, and they really could start understanding a lot more.
Agreed.
I would add to that, Coach, and say just African history in general. A lot of people try to separate Egypt from Africa. That has been done throughout time because so much great knowledge came out of Egypt. And you have a lot of historians who will purposely try to make it seem as if Egypt is not a part of Africa because they want to take away all of the accomplishments of black people, basically. So I would just add to what you were saying by just saying in general that studying African history will definitely, broaden, our kids' perspective as to who they are and as to the greatness that they come from.
Very much so. And just talking about how the way that we gave our brothers away for some gold and some clothes. Talk about the structure that the Egyptians had and their belief in denial as their strength, right? And the way that they actually put those pyramids together, man. Did they have slaves? Of course they did. But their slave basis wasn't based upon color. It was based upon social class. And that's a lot of things that people don't know and understand.
And it wasn't
social class and religion. I'm sorry. Social class and religion.
And it wasn't a lifetime of servitude. Like if you think about slavery as it existed here in the Americas, where Africans were forced to be enslaved for a lifetime. A lot of people say, well, there was slavery in Africa. We got it from you guys. You know what I mean? But when you look at the system of slavery that existed in Africa, it was not the same as slavery that existed here in the Americas. You weren't enslaved for your entire life. Your children were not born into slavery. It was a period of time. Sometimes it was to work off a debt, So, when people try to make that comparison.
They went back to what? They went back to the Hammurabi days, and they believed in those codes to a degree because that was the first structure that we had society-wise in the world. And a lot of people don't even dig into that.
Absolutely.
But getting back to the slavery thing that you were talking about, if we're really peeling back the onion, a lot of stuff started with them wanting Egypt back, the Holy Land back. They wanted the Holy Land. The Holy Lands, I should say. The Holy Lands. So there was 2 areas. But they didn't want Muslims in Jerusalem. They didn't want that at all. So what they did is they sent up under a guy by the name of Pope Urban. He was just like, hey, man, the Lord said this is us and us only, and Muslims must die. So they started the Crusades.
What was his name again?
Pope Urban.
Irvin.
Urban, like area. URBAN. Pope Urban.
Okay.
You know? And the Crusades was crazy because it went on for years. They employed the fighting with elephants. Because it got so nuts.
Okay, so we just found 2 guests for a show in 2021, and I will make sure that I bring my notebook and my pen.
Right.
Boy, y'all teaching me like I was in the 7th grade.
Yeah,
just then.
I want to look that up. That's why I asked his name again because I love to research stuff like that.
Man. Coach is a high school educator.
Yeah.
Hey, brother, I've been an elementary school educator for about 18 years now, and when you're working with kids, and like the conversation that we're having now, I always infuse African history into what the state standards say that my students have to learn. And the only reason that I'm able to do that is I'm a student to my history. That's the only reason that I'm able to drop jewels on my students and still stay on par with what the state standards are, because I've done the knowledge and I still do the knowledge. One of the issues that I see with our public schools is that our teachers are not mandated to learn our history, so how can they teach it?
Right.
Very true.
Yeah, so it's like, we always talk about, that they're not teaching our kids Black history in the schools. Well, the teachers don't know Black history, right. So how can they teach it? It really starts at home. It really starts with
very much so.
Children knowing at home that they have to learn history through their lens. I'm very passionate. I love learning about history in general, not just African history, not just Black history, because a lot of the stories from other cultures are very similar to ours. And a lot of times you can find, when you study European history, you can find that we were there. You can find that African people were there. Just like when you're studying anything with American history today, you could always dig a little bit deeper and find out that we had something to do with it.
I tell people all the time, brother, if you want, what really opened up my eyes to a lot of things, I'm a hip hop head. When I listen to Common and CeeLo, G-O-D, gaining one's understanding, right? No, sorry, gaining one's definition. I'm sorry. Gaining one's definition. When CeeLo broke down, talking about some white folks put the history in the books, and they know more Black history than we do.
Absolutely.
I mean, he broke that down. And just getting back to the background, let me tell you a little bit about this. Lo, you don't know about this either. I'm a 3rd-year teacher, brother. I hated history in school. I did not want to teach history. I wanted to teach econ. I'm a finance guy. But the principal at the time said, Coach Nash, econ, you're going to have to be in the classroom digging deep. I said, I know it inward and outward. And he said, you got an EOC at the end. I said, good. I want to be judged. He said, no, I want you to be able to coach the way you need to coach. I need you to really do world history because it doesn't have an EOC. I kind of took that a certain kind of way at first, but it took me a while to dig into the books, brother. When I tell you it took me a while to dig into the books and appreciate it,
but
oh my goodness. But then when I started reading and I started teaching and I started reading about Confucius and philosophers like that, I'm just like, oh my goodness. And to give that back to the kids, that meant a lot to me. I'm not big on the Greek philosophers because I know what they did. But I know why they did it too. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of people just think they were regular, just kind of boy lovers. But they were boy lovers to try to instruct those boys on how to be with women. That's what they did. Just like the men of Sparta. It was the same kind of way. But some of them just loved it a little bit too much.
But what's dope about what you just said, man, is that, you know, you actually got into the books to do it. You know, like both of you guys are saying, they don't know Black history because they didn't, you know, if they was assigned that class, you know, they just taught a little something. You know, you dove into the books and you know, you got interested in it and you actually went deep with it so to where you could actually, you know, teach it the right way. So, you know, salute to you for that, for sure.
Indeed.
I appreciate it. But the reason for me, too, is a lot of history teachers, I don't know if you like this, brother, they big on dates. You got to remember this number. You got to remember this timeline in chronological order.
That's a horrible way to teach. That's a horrible way to teach, and that's why a lot of our students shy away from history. They don't like it because when you teach it in that way, it becomes boring. When you teach history, you have to know the story. Everybody loves a great story. And if you can teach a child, like if you could be learning about the Civil War, the dates are not important. The students need to know the story. Why were these people fighting? What were they fighting for? What was the purpose? You know, so that's kind of my approach to teaching history.
Mine is too, brother. I took the dates out.
Absolutely.
It's a couple important dates. It's a couple important dates that I have.
And that'll come naturally. That'll come naturally when you really studying something. The dates will stick with you, but that shouldn't be at the forefront of what students really need to know.
Very true, man.
That's good.
Like-minded people right here.
Yeah.
Like-minded.
Very much so.
Yeah, that's good
Like
stuff.
I said,
You know,
this is gonna be a show. Matter of fact, when we do the show, me and Angela are gonna sit on the outside. We're gonna let y'all sit in the middle, and we're just gonna let y'all go.
Be like, say that one more time.
Well, speaking on stories and history, just the other day, Netflix has a special on August Wilson. And August Wilson was a playwright. He died on my birthday back in 2005. But there was a competition that the kids on Netflix, the special, it was a monologue competition. So they had to really get into the play and do their own monologue, and they competed against one another. Denzel Washington was on there, Viola Davis. So they talked a little bit about their experience in you know, doing his plays. Fences is one, you know, that has that famous scene with the dad cussing out the son, basically, like, I'm not here for your enjoyment, like, you're my responsibility. But anyways, my point is, I feel like a lot of these kids are learning their history through these stories and getting into, you know, doing the monologues and acting. And I don't know, I just think it's a really good way to, like, get into the story. And when you get into the story, then you start to research it more and want to know, well, when was that? You know what I'm saying? And where does that compare to the white history that they're teaching us? What were we doing as a people at that time? And that's when, I mean, it sparks it. So I think it's very important to learn, because I learn history the same way you guys are speaking of, like, dates. And, you know what I mean? But, so... I don't know.
I couldn't stand it. When I tell you I couldn't stand it, I couldn't stand it. Like, I don't like reading the King James Bible because it's thous, and dead. You know, I don't like that.
Right.
That don't speak to me. I like reading the NIV because it relates better to me. It translates better, right? And you got to break it down to the stuff that they know. You got to listen to their music and listen to and follow the things that they're following so you can relate it. It's about relatability.
Absolutely. And it's about one of the things I try to always get my students to do is learn more about their individual family. Because when you have a context, and this is what sparked my interest in history, when I would have, I love hearing my grandmother and my great aunt tell stories about when they were a child. They grew up in South Carolina, and I have all these vivid stories that they would tell me. And as a child, I would visualize every story that they told me, and it would be almost like I was there. And the connection that I made was in school when, you know, I started to learn about sharecropping and things of that nature. And then I would come home and ask my grandmother questions, and then I'm like, wait a minute. Grandma, you y'all were sharecroppers? Like, oh shit. You know what I mean? So when you can connect your family to things that happened in history, that's when you really spark a student's interest. That's when you really got them hooked. I think that, you know, that's why I always say it starts at home. Like, we have to know who we are, and children can always start with their parents and asking questions and doing a paper and report on their grandparents, trying to find out about their great-grandparents, and just go back as far as they can, because then when you learn about different points in the history when your people were alive, you have more of an interest, you have more of a context.
Very good.
During this pandemic, brother, we started doing something with my family on Sundays. It started as a Bible study, but then we started adding the older generation, and we started doing lineage.
Doing what?
Lineage, like, you know, our ancestors.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So each Sunday, we took a different branch of the family and broke down everybody, you know, their siblings, their children, where they lived, how they worked, all that stuff, you know, and to find out some of the stuff, you know, and we went back, oh my goodness, I think we went back to the late 1800s.
Nice.
That's good stuff there.
I mean,
And
that's damn.
And I found out a lot of things about myself.
Right.
Absolutely. You start to learn why. You start to learn why you do things the way you do them when you start to really, you know, study your family history, because genealogy and genes is deep. Like, I didn't grow up with my father. This is how crazy one of the things that helped me to realize how important genetics is. I didn't grow up with my dad. A couple years ago, I went back to Jersey, found my dad, took a picture. Why I pose just like this dude? I ain't grow up around. He ain't teach me that. He ain't teach me that. It was just that little something that small helped me to understand that I'm probably connected to him in more ways than I know, just because of genealogy. So that's extremely important.
That's deep.
Yeah.
Well,
for real.
Just a short story similar to that. I worked at a company called Track Phone for years, and this when DNA really made a difference to me. My coworker, we had worked the Tom Joyner show, and we sit in the hotel. We started talking about kids. My son was about 1, and he told me, he said, "Man, I didn't know my son until he was 12. His mother dropped him off at a Golden Corral about 2 years ago, and I met my son. He goes to the bathroom. He's gone about 15 minutes. I thought his mom came to pick him up because I didn't see him nowhere," he said. He went to the bathroom. He said, "Son, you in here? Darren, you in here?" He said, "Yeah, Dad." He goes and looks, and he looks up under the stalls, and he said what he saw made him cry. The boy had took off all his clothes to take a dump. He said, "I do that, Calvin." His mother doesn't do that at all. He said, "I had never been around him one day."
Yeah.
It's called being comfortable.
Exactly. You know, and that meant something to me. That made me start looking at other things.
Yeah.
Right.
But, you know.
That's good stuff, man.
Yeah, we do that sometimes too in my family. The whole, but we don't call it lineage. They call it gossip. Like, talk about everybody in the family. Let my uncle get a drink in the system. I hear about everybody.
Yeah,
everything. Well, you ain't just like your daddy.
Uncle. Right. I had an uncle lived at 125. He was a bootlegger, and he probably died about 7 years ago. One thing that he told him every day, he got up and took 3 shots of moonshine as soon as he got up. He said it made his blood thick, it woke his body up, and before he went to sleep, he took another shot. He didn't drink none through the day. He said the thing was to make your blood thick and kill all the cholesterol in your veins. How true that is, I don't know. But it means something to me. I don't do that. I wish I could.
I got an uncle that just turned 80 the other day, and we had a Zoom call, and he said something very similar. We didn't know if he was just saying it to defend the reason why he still drink moonshine. But I guess it worked.
That's interesting, man, because alcohol supposedly thins your blood out, but if moonshine has the reverse effect, that's see. Well, I tell you, man, these conversations are classic, man. Who the hell? Who finds that out on the show?
Right.
That moonshine can make your blood thick. Mm-hmm. We'll have everybody out there buying moonshine tonight.
Oh man.
They gonna have triple X bottles in the house.
It's probably different when you make your own. It's probably different when you made it with your own hands.
Especially the moonshine from back then was a little different. That moonshine back then, you could put it in the car, ride down the street.
That's right.
Yeah, you ain't got no gas, boy. Get your gallon of this moonshine in, ride on down the street.
Whatever you want to do with it.
Hey, Coach. Just flipping on it real quick. You was on the show also. We was talking about the pandemic and coaching and everything. How do things end, with you guys as far as, with the pandemic, were all your players able to finish the season out? Were you letting fans? I know y'all was letting some fans in, but did that increase or anything like that during the season?
It didn't increase at all, but we had 40%, 40 to 50% of the fans were allowed in, right? So we finished the season with all of our kids. We were fine. We wound up playing Calhoun in the playoffs, running to a buzzsaw.
So
where's that kid going from?
During the whole during the
running
whole
back
season,
going to Clemson.
During the whole season, did y'all have any positives?
We had one in the preseason.
Okay.
And it's because a kid was at Six Flags, and Six Flags is a cesspool, by the way.
Yeah, I believe.
You heard a lot of kids having it, working at Six Flags, going to Six Flags.
Hey, man, my daughter-in-law got fired. That was the best firing that ever could happen to her in her life.
Got fired. It's okay. It's okay.
Hey, I was scared every day that she went to Six Flags. I ain't gonna tell you bruh, Six Flags? Really? They wiping their nose? Man, I had a problem with that, but, I really had a problem with it, but I ain't say nothing. I was just... praying, and, we made it through. But, when she got fired, I acted like I was mad, but, ooh, boy, I was actually pretty cool with that. I was actually pretty cool with that. There's a lot of close contact at Six Flags.
I don't know if y'all watching this game, but it's tied up 31-30.
Oh, man.
You 46 seconds left.
You told us we behind. You told us
we
too fast.
I'm sorry. So we slightly behind. So Beaver must have scored. Beaver gonna score. Now Beaver gonna score.
We're gonna do some lineage when he hang up. We're gonna talk about him.
I was getting ready to say, Coach, you behind. Man, them other boys done scored already.
We behind.
We behind. Hey, so you coaching basketball too, right?
I am.
How's that going?
Basketball has been different because there's been a lot of cancellations because of COVID. And it's been different kind of things, right? So we had some region games that were canceled, and you go to some places, man, it's unreal. No mask, and you're inside.
It's a crazy.
You will see clusters of kids sitting together, barking and stuff. No administration, nobody doing nothing. I mean, it's bad because people are getting more lax. That's what I think. People are getting more lax because the mere fact that it's been around a little bit of time and they know it's not going nowhere. So they're like, man, I'm going to live life, but they're not demanding that their children do the right things. So I don't think it's coming from the kids that's playing. I think it's because the spectators are there. We demand that our people cannot sit on the first level. They have to go up top so that you're breathing and your cheering is not coming nowhere near them.
Wow.
My family went to go get tested.
It's crazy that you said, because I was just up for the holidays. My family went up to the cabins, and we stopped to a Walmart up there. And, up in that area, not a lot of black folks, So when you walk in the store,
You went to the North Georgia ones, right?
Yeah. You
I know exactly where you stopped at.
We was at Blue Ridge. So I expect for people to kind of look at me, black man walking through. But then I kind of recognized they wasn't looking at me because I was a black man. They was looking at me because I was a black man with a mask on. Nobody had. This was Walmart, man. It was packed, bro, and then they had a nerve to want to speak. I guess because they saw me looking back at them like, why are you looking at me? So then they would speak, and they don't have a mask on, so I'm trying to keep my distance. And I was like, wow, these people are looking at me because I have a mask on. I promise you, man, I know I saw...
We can't win for losing.
I know I saw 100. Now, I know there's a lot more people in there, but I saw physically at least 160 people in the little couple of aisles. I only had to get 3 items. And this was one time I went in Walmart, got my 3 items, and got the hell out. But in that time, that small area, man, I would say 3 people had on masks. One of them was another black person that I think was up there for the cabins also. Everybody else in there had on no mask. And the thing is that what people don't get, I think people are losing the track of, the mask doesn't stop you from getting it. The mask keeps you from spreading it. So if somebody else is walking around with no mask, there's people that think because I got on a mask, I can just go and be in their face. No, it's not that way. I stopped to saw a mechanic, BMW. We have to find good mechanics. So I stopped in this spot the other day, put my mask on. I walk in, this dude comes out. He's no mask. So I said, I'm good. No, how can I help you? I said, no, you can't help me. I'm straight. I'm good. I'm good. I actually already have a mechanic. I was just checking you out because you was closer. But, I think I'm good. I don't want you breathing on my car. It's amazing to me. I mean, I actually had to look it up because I said, maybe I'm misunderstood on this mask thing. So I looked it up. And that's what it is. The mask prevents you from spreading it. Don't keep you from catching it. And I think people has gotten that part confused. So they feel if they have a mask on, they could just go and be around, and going into that, we talked about that in, this year. Nobody really knows anyway how this thing is spreading. My mom actually...
And the false positives. The false positives.
Right. My mom actually tested positive. The crazy thing was me and my wife was there. We got to her house on a Thursday. My cousin that lives down the street, he came to my mom's house earlier that day. So we was there Thursday, Friday, we left on Saturday. Friday, my cousin found out that he was positive, right? We left on Saturday. My mom said she didn't feel good on Sunday night. She went and got tested on Monday. Her and my aunt was sitting in the same car. She tested positive. My mom did. My aunt tested negative. Me and my wife went and got tested. We tested negative. Now, we was in the house with her for 48 hours. Give or take 3 or 4 hours. We was in the house with her. Didn't catch it. My aunt ended up testing positive. Like I said, my cousin was positive, and his wife was positive. All of them have underlying conditions, mainly asthma. The youngest one was my cousin. He's the one that ended up passing away.
Wow.
Sorry to that.
I appreciate that, man. It's just, we really have nobody really has an idea of how this thing is spreading or how you can stop it or.
And it's crazy you said that because I know somebody that went and got tested, came back negative. Went and got tested again, came back positive. Got tested someplace else, came back negative. So
I know a couple people like that.
Oh, there's one sitting right over there, my son.
Yeah, I'm like, well, you must have had on blue jeans the first day.
Him. It was you, your mother, your sister. Both of them tested negative. He tested positive. So of course we in my house like, damn, he was just over here.
Baby, give me the lights off.
He was over here like 3 days. He was over here like 3 days, Then he go back and get tested again.
That's why you came back with the Kevin Durant jersey. Got you. All right. Got you.
And he go back again. He tested negative. So you have the false positives. You really don't know how the stuff is spreading anyway. Hey, it's crazy times.
It matters what type of test you're taking too, though, because the rapid tests are known to be less reliable than the tests where they're, taking it away 3-5 days. Like, they're different tests.
Yeah, I don't know which one they was taking.
Each time I've had a COVID test, they've done it a different way. I've had
That's what I heard too.
5 different COVID tests. They've all come back negative. And here's the thing too. I think I had it early on, like January, February. There's lots of stories like that. Yeah. I think I already had it.
Me too.
So and if it's the case that people have already had it, and this is why I think we kind of joke, but it's kind of real, like this concept of a herd immunity. Like, I think I already had it. You know what I'm saying? It was early on. I remember being sick, having some of these symptoms, all this kind of thing, recovered, keep it pushing, right? So then it would tell you that, and on some levels you have the antibody, right? Like, that's how I understand it goes. Like, you've had it, your body builds up antibodies, so you coming across it again is less likely to affect you in any way where you're going to be getting sick or even testing positive because you've already had it and you built up the antibodies. But there's this concept of if you can still pass it along. Like, you might never have any symptoms.
Right.
You may not ever test positive, but can you pass it
Even
along?
Though you have the
like, can you
antibody,
be
right.
like a carrier? It's
Right.
like, I breathe in your air, you have some, and then I blow it out, but I'm good because I got the antibody. Like you said, we don't really fully know.
Have no idea.
We got a bank we do security for, and one of my guys was in there, and he keeps his mask on, always has his mask on, and majority of the tellers have their mask on. And he left there one day, and I got a call from folks who hire us and said, hey, they had a positive test at the bank, so they had to shut the bank down for a week. Now, the very next day, my guy calls me and said, man, I'm sick as a dog. And I never take my mask off in this bank. And I tell you, the entire bank ended up being, all the folks in there working, just about all of them end up sick.
Wow.
But they had the mask on. And he's adamant, man, because he has, he's a diabetic, so he don't play around with the junk.
What kind of mask are you wearing? Is it a cloth mask? Are you washing
But see,
it? Are you
again,
sterilizing
if
it?
they have the mask on, you can still catch it.
That's the point is
you can still catch it. The mask just keep you from spreading.
The point of what you said from the onset of the conversation is we don't know. Yeah. You know, man, there's so many mysteries still.
But those people are also going home and being in contact with other people, so it could all just be a coincidence that people, but they all got it from separate places and just have to work.
At one point, it got so crazy. At one point, they were saying that, us cigar smokers couldn't, remember? They were saying cigar smokers couldn't catch COVID.
Hey. I would think.
Well, actually, that's not true because I promise you, my wife posted in a couple of cigar groups, and a lot of people popped in there telling me, no, that's a lie. I mean, we know I got Tony.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tony caught it early. He was joking about it, and he ended up positive like crazy. That was in the early stage. I think I had it right before I got married.
That's why I stopped checking my emails. We don't know how it's spreading. I ain't checking no messages.
Big Law said. That's funny.
Return to sender.
He said any exposed mucous membranes, including your eyes.
Right.
So I think I had it last Thanksgiving.
I had it last December. I know I had it last year. I was sick of it. I had never been that sick before in my life.
Me either. And it was like for 8 days.
Yeah, man. I was in bad
It was
shit.
bad. The chills, coughing.
But people get all kinds
All
of
of
different symptoms. Not
Yeah,
everyone
right.
gets sick as a dog. Some people, like my best
Exactly.
friend, she lost her. Well, we think she might have had COVID at one point. She lost the taste.
That's torture right there.
The taste
I love to eat.
in the
That's
mouth,
torture
like,
right
you know
there.
what I'm saying? You lose your taste, you lose your smell, you kind of lose your appetite. But it wasn't much more than that for her.
But yeah, JT, I can attest to what you saw out in the mountains. I was just in Young Harris on Sunday for a wedding, which is up in the Blue Ridge Mountains. And I stopped at Ingles because they had the Starbucks, and I wanted some coffee. And
Ingles is big up there.
No black people. No black people. And I'll say probably 80% of the people that I saw didn't have a mask on.
Yeah.
You know, there's also a Bible Belt area. You know, people are really, really very religious there. You know, so I don't know if that could be a possible reason why so many people don't wear a mask when they're out in public. Maybe it's because of their religious conviction. They feel like, you know, they're protected.
Yeah.
But I did see the same thing up there in the Blue Ridge Mountains just this Sunday.
It's the craziest thing to me, man. I mean, I really thought that people were I seriously thought people were looking at me, y'all. Black guy coming in here. I have my Atlanta Hawks hat on. I have some sweats, you know, Hawks jacket. I'm coming through, chain on. I'm like, yeah, they looking at me because I'm a black man walking there. No. They were looking at me because I'm a man with a mask. I'm like, what the hell you doing that shit on? What the hell wrong with you? We can't see you, mother. Take that shit off.
Well, you know, motherfucker up there, you know who they support up there, so you know they didn't believe that anyway.
Yeah, those signs is. Hey, they still got the signs up, bro. Like they still voting.
That's probably part of the reason why they're doing that.
You know,
too.
we clean out that way. It's some vacation homes we got contracted to clean out that way, and they still got their signs.
Oh yeah, they believe.
I mean, them signs are sitting out in the yard, like, yeah, go vote, y'all. Hey, bro, they not on the ballot. We're blue. Take that.
I seriously hope everybody is voting. I mean,
Yeah, take that. Shit. Oh, but yo, I'm sorry. I know y'all hearing this female voice up here, and y'all saw, especially on my live. You know, I showed on the live and everything, y'all. This is Marissa. Let me let you talk to my live.
Oh, on your live.
Yeah, you can talk on my live, but also speak to them people out there. We got a lot of people out there. They don't like to say nothing. Y'all need to talk to us some more. Too many people telling me they look at the show, but they don't say nothing. So yeah, go ahead, Marissa. Tell the people about yourself.
Marissa, I am the artist and founder of ATL Smoke and Stroke. That's when we get together and we paint canvases. And we
Look, hold on, look. That's why I didn't say nothing, because I knew he was new at it.
No.
But he gave the same response to the guy who was here last. That one who was here last. I bet the exact same response. And then they said, oh.
Yeah, that's why I didn't say nothing. I said, I'm gonna see what Saga do.
Smoke and stroke.
Smoke and stroke. We smoke cigars and we stroke canvases. And we do it around cigar lounges around the city. Right now I'm at Asir Cigar. That's out off of Thornton Road. Been at Patio, King Cigar up the street. So, you know, making my way around, enjoying.
She's also been at the Green Light Lounge. Right over there.
Yes, I have. Right.
Yeah.
That was the event before.
Yeah, the event before.
That was a great outdoor event.
Yeah.
Beautiful sunset that day. So it was very inspirational for the painting. But yeah, in my day-to-day life, I'm a community engagement strategist with a small black firm called Hummingbird. And I went to Spelman, so I've been in Atlanta for quite some time. And I was an English major. And I went to art school here, Savannah College of Art and Design. And I was an interior designer. I am an interior designer. That's what I'm trained in. But, you know, COVID switched up my whole life.
Right. Yeah.
I've traveled this year. I've done all kinds of crazy. It's been a real weird life.
Yeah.
2020.
So.
But blessed.
People, especially all my cigar smokers out there, man, I'm telling you, once this weather breaks again, you know, that is going to happen, whether it's COVID is still around or not. The weather is going to change.
It'll change tomorrow. You know how it is down here.
Yeah, the sun is coming back out. But hey, this is something that's a great event to have, man. Like in your yard, you know what I'm saying? If you worried about, COVID and stuff, but again, if you get out in the yard, let her do a thing. I promise you, reach out to her. The pricing, we're not even going to talk about that today, but the pricing is great. What you get for the pricing, I'm telling you, you do not, if you're looking to have an event and you are a cigar smoker, or you know people that smoke cigars, you just want to have them over. Again, if you do it outside, you can have people out there that don't smoke cigars. It is a great event to have, so y'all make sure y'all reach out to her.
Everybody can't have a ball, so.
Yeah, and my next event is at Ausier's on January 13th. It's a Wednesday. We're going to be out there from like 7 to 9. It's going to be a great time. So
Where is that at now?
It's at Ausier's.
A series on Thornton Road, bro.
On Thornton Road.
Yeah.
I passed for the first time.
Right by my house. Okay.
Yeah,
I want to come.
It's on Thornton Road right before you get to Hollowell, the old bankhead.
Yes,
On
I know
the right- on the
exactly where it is.
right-hand
It's the old Johnny's Pizza.
Yeah,
exactly. That's exactly. That's what it is. That's what it is. That spot has grown on me a little bit. First time I went, I promise you, I had some issues, but it has grown on me. So shout out to Asier. Shout out to the patio.
Is that black owned?
Yeah.
All right.
No.
Mix, right? And it's a
Yeah.
mix ownership. Yeah. It's kind of biracial ownership.
Okay.
Depends what night you go.
But it's one of our spots. Of course, the patio. Yeah. You know how I do. I hook you up with people.
Yeah.
You know what?
I do paint and
I need to talk to you too. I need to start becoming your booking manager or something. I just thought about that. Well,
Give it to Wayne.
I know a guy, but I need to. Okay, I got you covered. You see what I just did for you? Watch what's gonna happen.
I appreciate that.
But on another note, another thing that we talked about,
Hey, Coach, you ain't got to hang on no more, man. We appreciate you, man. We just wanted to do some recapping with you, brother.
Oh, man. Always good to be on, man. I like this type of stuff. You know that.
Well, you ain't got to go. I'll just let you know, I didn't want you to hold you because you might scream something about the game. Just don't say about the game then.
Right, because you ahead of us, bro. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. You
I'm
ahead
not
of us.
saying nothing else.
That man.
You got to let it out. Just mute your phone.
So, but when you was on the show before, you was talking about, if you don't mind talking about it, but your dad being the position that he has.
Oh, yeah.
Has him being in Minnesota, you mind if I?
No, go ahead.
Okay. Her dad is a judge in Minnesota. Y'all know Minnesota. So, with everything that's happened and the rest of the year, has he said anything about how anything has changed up that way, or?
I actually haven't talked to him a whole lot. I talked to him this evening. But, I think last time we talked, it was about to be election time. So he was, had to run. He had an opponent, and he won.
Yeah. Give it up.
That's great. That's great.
That button worked this week. It don't work. All right, y'all clap.
So, yay, Dad won. So yes, he's able to maintain his judgeship in a predominantly white county. So that was cool. He said he won by a landslide. He was like,
That's awesome.
Well before. He was super nervous about it because
that's dope.
Yeah, it everything's interesting this year. But I haven't talked much. Now my best friend lives out there too, and she was out there protesting and kind of more out in the streets. I know that they've done some memorials since George Floyd has passed, but things have quieted down for sure.
Okay.
But.
So it's not a lot of protesting, it's more memorials and things.
Yeah, I think so. But
so basically what you're saying is
Al
Sharpton or Jesse Jackson ain't been back out there.
You said they ain't been back out there?
Because when they show up, that means the news cameras is around.
Buford won, huh?
Buford
won.
Wow, they came back. Wow.
He said, I wasn't going to tell y'all till y'all asked.
Exactly.
They did.
They did.
Yeah. Oh, that's all right.
That's a great
I know
game.
D-Mac losing his mind right
know
now.
he is.
Man,
D-Mac in the stands
he done already
right now.
text me. He done already text me.
Oh, yeah, he in the stands right now, bro. I promise you.
Yeah, he
D-Mac
is.
a fan, boy.
He is.
Yeah, he went to the game.
Yeah, that's his
he
album
went.
about- Oh, man, my boy BJ said she be stroking. How much?
Plans kind
And smoke.
I have a lot of questions about art, by the way.
Say it again.
I have a lot of questions about art. I want to talk to her about art.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Because my daughter's an artist.
Oh, there it is.
And she does exceptional work.
See, this. Yes, I'm about to add that to my resume. Manager or booking agent or something, boy. I'm about to start. Look, Sark, I'm about to start throwing stuff on the wall too. About to build me a new wall too.
Sorry, I got distracted. He was distracted me.
Yeah, I know. 'Cause it's a hookup I just did. You know, they put you together with. I'm telling you, that's putting that on my resume. Yeah.
You know, I was a art minor in college. I've always painted. But I just, in this last year, started calling myself an artist. Just, I don't know, lack of confidence, whatever, you know, what people go through. But I did my first series this past year in 2020. I had my first art show with a bunch of women. So it was cool. But, I mean, I don't know, like, all kinds of stuff about art. I just paint. I just do
The next time you do a show, if you don't mind,
yeah.
let my daughter bring some of her paintings.
Yeah,
you will be
absolutely.
amazed. You will be amazed. She's 12.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
And when I send you some of the stuff that she's done, actually, I'm going to send Lo some pictures right now.
Yeah, I mean, there's some cool art shows around the city that are happening right now, and they are social distance. They like only allow a certain amount of people in at a time. You have to have a time slot to go through. But if she would ever want to come to one of those, I would definitely take her. To see different artists, to get inspired and see, you know, get an idea that people can start seeing her stuff. So that's cool that she's so young.
Hold on, I'm going to send Lo something right now.
Does she paint with acrylic or oil, or is she drawing? What is she doing?
all. She does it all.
She does it all. That's what's up.
I paint my wife toenails if that count. I don't know if that counts. I did it once. She was happy, so.
That was sweet.
Did you file them too?
You kind of nosy, ain't you? we ain't doing lineage right now.
Women want the full experience.
Right.
Full experience.
Hooked her up.
But it's a great build for couples. I mean, if you used to paint and you want to paint, if you've never painted before, everyone has their own style. It's a dope event. It's fun to see people find artistry within themselves that they didn't even necessarily know that they had. So
right.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, she'll have you leaving there thinking that you're an artist. I promise you.
That's so abstract.
My wife did. Oh boy, abstract can have everybody. You know,
there's always one or two that has a more abstract vision
throw
of
stuff
it.
on the wall. Oh, look at that art. Oh, that's nice. It's abstract. Can't you
Don't
see?
tell me that. I'm walking around.
What do you
I'm
see?
bragging on mine.
What do you see when you look at that? I see a goat that's bending over, and there's a coyote on the mountain looking at him.
It explains itself. I don't know what it is.
I promise you, I went to an art show and I was beside myself a little bit, and I promise you that's exactly what happened to me. I'm sitting there looking at that crazy stuff. Shout out right now. Hold on. Shout out. Go ahead, Lo. That's our #1 fan right there.
Yeah, my aunt Nita, she just said happy 2020 JT and Lo and the whole Classic Conversation family. That's what's up.
Hey man, when
You
I
know
tell
why
you
he told you to do it? Because he sitting kind of far back. He couldn't see it. He didn't want to tell you. He couldn't see
the name, but can read it.
Look, I can see it from back here.
Hilarious.
Now, if I was closer, I'd have been like, what? I can see it from back here easily. I ain't got my reading glasses on, but I can see it from back here.
Hey, who we got on the line?
Oh, this your boy, man, Mr. Funny for real, man. What's happening?
Daryl Down.
My guy. What up, boy?
What's up, King? What's up,
To
fellas?
this day, the highest rated daggone Classic Conversation show to date. was featuring that one and only Daryl. Damn.
I think what it was like 3 of them, was it?
He had a series going.
Well, you undefeated, boy.
A series. I like the way that sounds. Yeah, what's going on, man? What we talking about, man?
We just doing little classic catch-ups, man. You know what I mean? We're just discussing all different episodes we've had during the course of the year and, you know, highlighting certain things, you know, bringing back some of our old guests, what have you. So, you know, glad to see.
We had a ball that day, man.
Huh?
I said we had a ball that day, man. I had a ball.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, boy.
You set it on fire up here.
That's you sent me home thinking. I was laying in the bed.
And you know what? That's the point I'm at now. I just plant the seed, man, and make you think about it while you laying in your bed.
Hey, man, I was sitting there looking at Law and Order. I showed them turned off and went to another show, and I was like, damn, I was thinking about some of the stuff you were saying here, boy.
Dwayne just made a good point, man. He said Hank ain't been back since, man. Hank was coming every week.
I know, man. You don't. You done took Hank's collar off.
So to give y'all a little quick update on what we talking about. So Daryl Down, you know, is the one JT mentioned earlier. You know, you don't believe in God and any of the things that come with it. And we had him on a couple of different battle royals with a couple of different preachers, man. And boy.
Hey, man.
It was entertaining if nothing else.
I had Pastor sitting right here. And, you know, I'm a believer. So I'm listening to Daryl, and Daryl making some valid points. Mm-hmm. But I'm still a believer, so I'm on this team.
Yeah.
So have you ever been looking at a basketball game and you've been waiting for your guy to take the shot? And you're like, damn, man, take the shot. Stop passing it.
LeBron.
You traveled. Oh, man.
LeBron, right?
Oh, it's a turnover. That's what I'm looking at. I'm like, so, hey, man, so what do you say to that? Because. What? Because. I was so upset in here, man. I was like, oh, what? Yeah. Yeah. He said because, yeah. But he ain't been back. He came back one more time. Daryl was here, and since then, yeah.
He was upset, but he wasn't mad.
Right.
You make a preacher mad, he'll cuss.
Yeah, I'm saying because
that's when you got it.
Because what you.
Yeah.
No, as a black man, you can't be upset. Like even if you disagree with it, like you're gonna be upset while you talking to the person about it. But when you walk away as a black man, it's clicking in your head. You know, and you're like, damn, I ain't even think about that.
Because you got all the way home.
Like if you got any type of
sense, talk shit to
all
me.
the way home.
You don't know who I am?
Yeah.
Y'all wanted to share what he said. Go ahead, brother, say what you said.
Hey, man, I promise you, bro, that like you said, that was our highest rated one. We're thinking about having a series on that subject, so just be ready.
We need one, and Nash, you're gonna definitely be a part of that one too, boy. Because I know you. That's what Nash said. Say what you said. Well, you know, he said a whole lot.
He said a lot. I'll give you one thing. You don't have to elaborate on it, but I'm gonna give you one thing that he said that had me thinking. He said all of these, you know, famous people in the Bible, you can't find one plot, no place where they was buried.
No grave site.
No grave sites anywhere.
No grave site.
And
nowhere.
I was like,
and then, hold on, and then and then
I was done.
And see, and you know what people usually say? They try to say that that back then maybe they wasn't burying bodies. No, you can't say that. The Hebrews was enslaved by the fucking Egyptians who knew how to preserve their dead. So they would have learned that at the very least.
All right. We
preserve your dead.
We're not gonna do it tonight. I'm gonna keep believing through the new year. We're not gonna do it tonight. You want this one?
I definitely want to be a part of that.
Yeah. We make sure we make
Y'all
sure.
Know I'm biting my tongue right now. I love these conversations.
Hell yeah.
Hey man, tell them don't. If they come, they got to know who they coming to. Y'all make sure y'all prepare.
They got to know.
Around that corner. Don't have them run around that corner and be like, Because
Hey man. Hey man.
Hey, Daryl, tell him about Noah's Ark, man. Tell what you say about Noah's Ark.
come on, bro. Listen, man. I'm saying if Noah's Ark held two of like, if we even looked up how big it was, and we found out it was the same size as Uptown, maybe a little bit bigger.
Same
And you saying two of every animal on the planet when it's actually over 100 species of this one specific animal? Like, come on, man, y'all sound crazy.
Hey man.
You got two of each.
Let me know the dates on
You
this.
got two dogs.
I gotta come be his hype man.
Hey man.
Oh,
Right. Every time he says something, like, oh, you can't put all them animals up there. No grave site. What did it do? Just disappear? Ah! Ooh, I hope my mom was asleep. Oh, my mom was asleep.
You're gonna be like, yeah, call me when he up there. Yeah, there's certain things you just can't answer about. There's just some stuff you can't answer. Like, you could try, you just can't answer. It's like, it ain't no answer for certain shit, man.
Right.
Hey, but Darryl, we want to have you back though, bro, for some other stuff too, because yeah.
Okay, yeah, man. Hey, man, listen, I'm a plethora of information. I have gathered a shitload of information I would love to tell you all about.
Tell it.
sharing is caring.
You dig? Hey, man, how we gonna get to the place if I don't share it?
Right.
It ain't doing me no good in my head.
Oh boy. Hey man,
man, but yeah, just let me know when, man, and I'm there.
Yeah, we couldn't have had a recap show, man, without you, brother. There ain't no question.
Definitely, man. I appreciate it, man. I'm still number one on the site.
Yes, sir.
So I keep that. Yeah, I keep that. Appreciate it. Until next time, man. I love y'all, man. Happy New Year, man. And all that stuff.
Happy New Year, brother.
Same to you, bro. Same to you, man.
All
right, bro.
Hey, Dwayne, is the site up and running? Somebody said that it wasn't running when they was trying to look on the link.
We'll see. It was on there. Somebody said it was frozen. He says on there. Yeah. Yeah, man. It was a great show, Nash. Boy, I tell you, it was.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. That's your daughter's painting?
Yeah.
Oh, snap. What she know about afros?
And she wasn't even finished with that one yet.
Yeah, I see one pupil.
She just got finished
So
with it.
that it's a picture in a picture, like what she was looking at when she
Yeah.
painted it? Okay.
That's dope.
That's
dope.
nice.
Beautiful.
Finna draw my next tattoo.
She can go.
Oh, it's more. Okay, let's see it.
Keep painting.
There you go.
Wow.
Wow.
You said 12?
Right. I was just here to say
Yes,
12.
self-taught.
Talented.
And self-taught.
Self-taught, brother.
Very cool.
I was self-taught when I was that age too, but mine's because I was always on punishment, so I ain't had nothing else to do. So I had to figure out how to do some things. That's how I figured out how to pick a lock.
We had fun in our class.
So you can get out.
Right.
You get out late at night. Come back in.
That's pretty impressive there, man.
Yeah, man. She puts a lot of time into it. She's never wanted stuff like regular little girls want the baby dolls and stuff like that. She's always wanted just art stuff.
That's how I was.
That's dope, bro.
She just wanted art stuff. So this year, she gave me a long list of stuff. She's starting to get deeper and deeper into it. I have a friend. He does comics. He's a contractor. He goes with Marvel sometimes. He'll go with DC sometimes. And he does comic books. And I sent him some of her stuff, and he was like, man, just tell her do it every day. Don't worry about going to school for it. She has a natural talent. If she keeps doing it every day, she could go somewhere with it. Yep. So I asked different people about schooling because everyone who goes to art school has something different to say. Most of them say it's a waste of money.
You know, look, in regards to specific schooling for certain talents, if you have the drive and the talent already, sometimes the schooling it ends up being a confirmation. You can take it that way. Sometimes I know some people that's been to certain schools and was like, damn, I did all this already. Yeah. But sometimes it can be a confirmation, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, looking at what she, you know, you might need to do the schooling to learn. Sometimes you have to learn because all of the stuff has politics in it.
And history.
Yeah.
Our history.
And the history in it. So that might be a good reason to do it. You know, some people may say it's a waste of money. Maybe the school that they went to only taught them about paints and brushes. You might need to look at getting her into something that's a little bit deeper than just the paints and brushes. Right. You know, that type of thing, you know. I went to a school and something that I feel that I am a master at, and I went, and afterwards I was like, I'm glad I won a scholarship because this was nothing. It didn't really teach me anything. It gave me confirmation that I was good at what I was doing, but it didn't really. I did learn some things, a couple of little small things, but if I would have spent money on it myself, I probably would have acted like I caught a disease there and tried to sue him or something.
You know what's big now?
I think with art school, I went to art school. I went to Savannah College of Art and Design, you know, right in the city. And I think in a lot of ways, it helps you understand how to market yourself as an artist. Like if you want to make that a career, you want to make real money off of it, there's going to be a lot of competition out there. Right. And I mean, you add being black to it, it's still a thing, you know what I mean? And who you're competing against, if you want to do art on a corporate level where, you know, it depends on what you want to do as an artist. If you want to be, you know, more freestyle or whatever, but like cartooning and stuff like that, I would think there's going to be a lot of competition in that. Everyone's going to be talented, you know what I'm saying? Right. But what sets you aside? How do you market yourself? What's your niche? All that kind of stuff, I think art school can be helpful with, so you can be ahead of the game when you get out there and compete with everybody else in their artistry. So that's something to consider. But it is expensive.
There's another school that I attend, and it depends what you're. No, I'm being serious. It depends what you're looking for and how much you search. But YouTube University is huge. Like, I don't care what you try to figure out. If you go on YouTube, there's somebody that's really, really good at it, or that is a professional.
That's what she does,
and they're giving out different tutorials. Like,
and feeding off of different artists, though, like, I think that's something that's irreplaceable, too. When you're in an environment where there's other artists and you're feeding and getting inspiration off of one another, and, you know, you're pushing each other to learn certain techniques that you may just never have known. Right. You may be already doing, but you don't know what it's called. You know, you can perfect it. I mean, people pushing you to really draw more out of you than what you might be doing alone in a room. I don't know. I mean, I guess I got to defend my choice because I'm paying for it.
Lily said, "Record on Blue don't teach you how to cook either. You have to know how to do it before you get there." Hey, we got a call. We got a new call on the line. Who we got? Caller? Oh.
All right. Well, real quick, they didn't know I was going to put them on the spot, but I'm going to put them on the spot. Come on up here.
I can switch out.
Come. You can just stand right back here. Come on up. You too, Kiki. Come on. I know y'all don't smoke cigars, but you know, just come right over here. There's a camera right there. Come on over here. Come on. Hey, it's the end of the year, man. So we celebrating, you know, 2020 going into 2021. Two ladies behind me right here. You know, they're in the agency that I am a part of. It's called a TLA agency. This is Tina Bridges, a.k.a. Ike. This is my girl, I'm going to say it right, Wakeitha. Hey. Got it. Keitha Lewis, a.k.a. Kiki. Cut them up, Kiki. I'm going to let them talk about some of the things that they are doing. I'm going to stand up so that they can get right in this microphone right here. Come on down here, Tina.
What's up, you guys? My name is Tina B. I am the CEO of TLA, the Lingale agency. Started in 2013. We 9 years deep in this thing, 21. So I also produce movies, stage plays. I'm just looking for models ages 40 and over. I cater to everybody over 40. So if you're out there and you're interested in being a part of the agency, hit me up. the new year is getting ready to start, so I'm definitely looking for more people to be a part of it. That's it.
That eye game crazy though. Just need you to know that. That eye game is crazy. You know I like glasses.
And the play y'all did over at Uptown was the something of a shell of a man. That's what it was. The shell of a man.
Come on, Angela, you know.
Hey, you know.
The shell of a man.
Don't plug.
Come on now. Okay. And then we did What Do You Want to Eat as well here in the Green Light. So, yeah.
That's what's up.
Much love to Uptown. They be representing, hooking us up.
Yeah.
So, y'all make sure y'all stay tuned. We're going to start back for dinner and a show, 21. So, we have some more shows coming up.
What's up, you guys? This is Waikitha, a.k.a. Kiki, Cut 'em Up Key. And I am also a part of the TLA Lingale agency for 40 and over. I'm 49. I'll be 50 coming up in 2021.
Yeah.
And
they didn't have it for me. Go ahead.
You said I'm 49. I'll be 40.
Yeah. You stop with that.
Okay.
40, 50. Yeah, like 2020, 40, 50. Yeah, but and I am also part of the agency, and all of those movies that Tina was talking about, the movie shorts, they're unscripted, and I'm actually in 90% of those movies. I was a part of The Shell of a Man, and I have my small business of Cut 'em Up Key where I cut clothing. I revamp your shirts, jeans, t-shirts, hoodies, whatever. Nothing is safe when it comes to me and my scissors. We just had
Cut creator.
Cut creator.
Wow.
We just had the Winter in Wonderland fashion show, of which my line was actually a part of the fashion show. So yeah, you
Killed
guys
it too.
can. Thank you. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. You guys can look me up on IG at KUTEMUPKE, Cut 'em Up Key, aka the Cut Creator.
And you can look me up on IG at Tina B ATL or anywhere on Facebook, #TLA. I'll pop up.
That's what's up.
Thank you, JT.
Appreciate that.
Look at you.
PIC.
Appreciate that.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Thank you, guys.
Outstanding.
Thank y'all.
Outstanding.
2021 is almost here, sir.
Yes, we are celebrating, man. You walk in here, it's a classic conversation. Y'all want to talk about anything that went on in 2020, now coming into 2021 that you want to talk about anything? You good?
Just clear vision, man, on things, finances, relationships, friendships.
You forgot to talk about your show. Come back over here. You and Harold.
Wait, man,
You
Jerry,
and Harold.
shout out Jerry took his
Yeah.
website,
You and Harold.
manupworldwide.com for these sweatshirts.
You can talk about it. Ain't like y'all on the same time we on.
Right.
As long as you're not on the same time that we on, we can talk about your show.
Our podcast, our relationship podcast, In the Street with Tina B and Mr. Outley. We do it on Fridays at 7 p.m. And we talk about relationship. He said, she said. Get the male point of view and the female point of view on different topics to see who's, not really who's right or wrong. We're just trying to understand each other. So that's what we do.
That'd be interesting.
Oh, it is.
Very interesting.
Yeah, that show.
That is needed in our community. Oh my goodness. It's needed.
Hey, man, listen, let me tell y'all something. Fellas, look at the show and call in and help my man Harold out, boy, because
I be trying, man.
He holding it down, but boy, he be getting beat up, man.
Yeah.
'Cause, hey,
He be holding it down.
You know
though,
us as
because-
men, we just hear relationship. We like, oh man, we ain't talking about that.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, them women be going in on my man. He holding it down.
He hold it down,
He holding
though,
it down,
yeah.
but boy, hey fellas, seriously, look at it and call in. He need a little help, for real, for real.
When I don't have a game, I would definitely call in. Definitely.
Cool.
Because the underlying thing is always communication. And communication starts with being a good listener.
Absolutely.
Good deal. We got
Jerry.
We got us. What? Hey, no, Jerry. Hey, man. Listen, Jerry, there's two people up here that have shirts, and I don't have one. I introduced you.
And I started to wear mine tonight, too.
So, bro, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm talking to the live right now. I need you. Let's get together, bro. I believe in what you're doing. I got my son here. Here with me tonight. So, for real, bro. Let's get together on that. All right.
Manupworldwide.com, man. Pittsburgh still the colors, bro. Boy, Jerry.
Man, they ain't got no sweatshirt. I like a hookup.
Man, wait,
Nothing better than the hookup.
Where your champagne bottle at, too, man?
Yeah. Get that bottle up out there.
That's the one he got on?
Get that bottle up out. Yeah.
What did it say?
Fatherhood over everything.
Oh yeah,
Remember he was at-
I got mommy by nature. I got that one. Mother.
I got a guest showing up with the shirt.
Yes, he was at the show. That's how I met him.
I know I couldn't come to the show because we were going on a cabin trip and my mom had COVID.
Oh, there
so
it is.
I couldn't.
got yours.
I started to wear it tonight. I couldn't.
Ain't that
We had to kind of quarantine ourselves before we went on the trip because since she had COVID, she was a little
Who
iffy
had it?
about
Your
that.
mom?
My mom, yeah.
Oh, did she?
Yeah.
Oh,
my
dang.
mom. Same time my cousin had it. My cousin passed, but my mom actually came through.
Oh, also, let me say this. Can we put a prayer out for Tiny?
Yes.
Got
Tiny.
a lot going on right now, so
In the
I just
hospital.
want to put a prayer out for him. He's big in the comedian world, so y'all make sure y'all say a prayer for him too.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
I actually sent him a text, but he'll get it. I'm sure he's probably not getting it while he's in the hospital, but I sent him a text also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Prayers up for you, Tiny.
No doubt. For sure.
Absolutely.
No doubt.
Comedian Tiny. Very funny brother.
ATL's hottest 4 times? 3 times?
3
4
times.
3 times, yeah. ATL's hottest 3 times. What's up? Just in case y'all didn't know, they actually retired the award. They told her she couldn't get in it anymore. This is Mrs. ATL's hottest like 8 times straight.
You're not 3 times. And I said, I'm just going to let somebody else win it. I don't want to do it anymore. I got everything now. I told him the last show, I said, you know what, I'm done. I got every award in every category, so I told him, I said, I'm
Matter
good.
of fact, you got one of mine at your house.
I do. I still got the host winner at my house.
She got everything.
We switched them one day, and I never gave it
I
back.
still haven't received mine, but that's a whole other conversation from 2 years ago. But
Mr. ATL's
He got it, though. He
Brian
got
K.
them all.
Marshall. Yeah, he got them.
Yeah.
We need to get, matter of fact, we're giving you an invite right now to next Tuesday. We need for you to come on down, bro. Yeah, I have a little small cigar for you. He try and smoke every now and then. I have a little small one for you. I got you covered. So
gonna give him a shotgun.
You gone? Thank you.
Hey, Marissa, thank you, sweetheart.
I'm going
Thank
to,
you,
y'all.
thank
Love
you.
y'all.
All right.
Since we doing shout outs, man, I want to do one real quick.
Go for it.
Atlanta Net,
There you go.
one of the best youth basketball organizations around. I'm waiting on you to come out, JT, help out any way you possibly can. I know you're a basketball head.
What are you doing that? Well, go ahead, finish up, then I ask you. Go ahead.
It's been going since 2012. Ask Angelo about it.
Absolutely.
We got some of the best trainers around on the west side. We got some phenomenal players. One of our girls that play for us, second team All-State, she just had 45 in the game 2 weeks ago against Villa Rica. She was on fire. Her name's Cameron Morris.
You said she dropped the 4-5 on him?
Wow.
She dropped 45 on him, man. She's so unconscious with everything that she do. She's a true dog.
Hey, man,
and she's a sophomore.
I don't think people get how hard it is to do something like that. Some people, wow, I didn't think about that. Some people don't get how hard it is to do something like that, drop 40 and 50 in a game.
Some people don't drop 40, 50 for a whole season at that age.
You know what I'm saying? Ever. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't get how hard it is to do that. And we're talking about a young lady doing it, in 8-minute quarters. That's a different mindset. Some people call it ball hogging. I call it because I'm the best player on the team. I'm shooting.
Just the Steph Curry.
She wasn't even ball hogging. She wasn't ball hogging. I mean, her defensive strap was ridiculous. And she had a lot of and-1s. She was probably 4 of 9 for 3.
That'll help.
Yeah.
That'll help.
Yeah.
But she was just going to the hole with reckless abandonment.
Hey, Coach, if
she
you
was
don't
12 or 13.
No, I was gonna say because I would love to get out there and help out. If if you want to give, some information of where you guys are located at practicing and stuff on air, you can. If not, just get at me later. I'll sure enough come out and help out.
We practice in the Lithia Springs area, brother. I sure enough will give you the information. Practice at a bunch of locations. We have boys and girls teams. We have phenomenal players. We got Christian Williams, Christian Willis, Jackie Hart, Cole Nash, Maya Frazier, Zion Dobbs. And these people that's coming into their own, man. I started this thing with a friend of mine, and he coached with Jay. He coached with Angelo as well. And we've been doing it for years together, brother.
For years.
And we started from the ground up. Angelo's sons played for me. His oldest son developed a new love for it because he was pretty damn good.
Yeah.
And he didn't even know how good he was.
Big facts.
Old school coaches with a new school mentality. We get at our kids, but we love them too.
What's the age groups, Coach?
Last night, we go all age groups. We start at age 5. So we have a 6 and under team that'll be starting up here in January, and we go all the way up to 11th grade. Girls, we start in 6th grade.
Yeah, man.
6th grade all the way to 10th grade.
I would love to be a part of that, bro. Because football, I loved coaching football, but there's a lot of kids. Basketball, you can actually, you can get, it's not as many out there, so you can actually, streamline your teaching and everything, and get to know the kids a little bit more. So I actually was going to go over to the South Cobb Boys and Girls Club before everything. Pandemic hit and everything. I was looking at going over there and start volunteering over there. So, make sure you give me that information. I would love to get in with you guys in January.
Go on AtlantaNets.com and you will see some of the stuff that we've done. You can see the growth in the kids.
You even got your kids. You even got your kids in the movie too, Coach. You got them in the movie.
Yes. We were at Uncle Drew. I was in Uncle Drew as well.
Oh, okay. That was a dope movie too.
They were in the beginning in the orphan scene. It was pretty cool, man. Only bad thing about it is that the kids couldn't go to the premiere because we had a basketball tournament. So what we did is we rented out a theater.
Oh, okay.
And had the own premiere, and I hired a photographer, got a red carpet for him, and a whole organization came out. It was pretty dope.
Oh, that's nice, bro. Yeah, I would love to be a part of that, man.
This brother takes his organization seriously, man. He went through a lot of obstacles, a lot of fights, but he kept it together, man. I salute you, Coach, man, because you had a vision, you stayed with your vision, man, and it's awesome to see good things coming, man. All them kids is growing in that program, man. It's a beautiful thing. It really is.
Hey,
I just can't wait till they start signing college scholarships.
I know that's right. I know that's right.
It's always a good feeling, man, to see one of your kids, get to go to that next level, man. That is always a great feeling as a coach.
And what I want to say to that point, with talking to college scouts, with talking to college coaches, as parents, we have to be aware of our actions in the stands, car coaching, outside, that's paying attention to it, to see who the kid's looking at, to see who they're listening to, if they're listening to the coaches. I've coached a kid, man, that was so phenomenal, off the chart, scoring points, lights out, but he got an uncoachable tag because his parents, and that's sad. And when they check that box, uncoachable, it permeates.
It follows you. It will follow you.
Yes, and he had to take a lesser deal to play ball.
Yeah.
And that's pretty sad, man. To see their sheet and see how they marking kids. They want to see basketball kids in the AAU realm and in the school realm.
That's right.
Right? Unlike football, they see them in 7-on-7s, but they want to see them in actual games, right?
That's right.
So they're coming to practices, they're coming to football games. They see them in 7-on-7, but they want to see them in game play. So at AAU, more travel coaches have more influence right now than actually school coaches.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt. I think that's a sad state. Me myself. I think that because I just think that the high school part of it should mean more, but right now the AAU part of it is meaning more, honestly. And sometimes it works because sometimes some kids are treated wrong at the high school level, and then they're able to shine at the AAU level, so they can move forward. But I just think that it's more structure within the high school level, and sometimes I think that's a better way to gauge, as you say, the coachable side of a kid. You know, being at the high school level, not all the time. I'm not never blanket statement, but I think majority of the time it shows that. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to you too, man. But shout out to you too, man. I mean, you're coaching football and you're coaching basketball at the high school level. You know, I don't think people recognize what coaches mean to these kids these days. My cousin that just passed, it was crazy. After he passed away, I went to his Facebook page and to see he never coached high school, and they wanted him to, but he wouldn't because he felt the politics was going to mess with him. So he only coached like Little League. And to see all the kids on his page just saying, you know, this guy made me into the man that I am today, the best coach I ever had. These are kids who went Division I. And they were saying this about him. So, you know, shout out to all you youth coaches out there, man. I mean, you mean a lot to these kids. So, you know, shout out to all of y'all.
It's one of the Titans right there, brother.
Yeah. I know he gonna get back out there. He don't know it yet. He going back though. I'm not in football. I'm not. I got one of my kids right now starting quarterback at NC State. I'm not going back to coaching football. It was a great time, and I will coach from the stands. It was just the parents. I just couldn't deal with the parent side of it, man, because I was coaching middle school, so it was just too much for me. I
was about to say that. That's the hard part.
Yeah, high school is a little different. You know, high school.
Not anymore.
You know, I know middle school, man, these parents, man, I mean, after the game, it was an hour. If we didn't get to the locker room right after the game, we was out there for 30 minutes to an hour talking to parents before we can get in and talk to the kids. And if we did get to the locker room, after we came out of the locker room, that's when the 30 minutes to an hour, you know, went. So it was shout out to all you youth coaches out there, man. And for all you people is wondering, why are they talking about this? Because this is one of the things we talked about in 2020 on Classic Conversations.
Big facts.
Yeah. We talked about it. We you know, again, you know, this is big in the especially in our community right now, man. This is big, coaching and stuff like that. You know, education. This man over here, you know, teaching kids at the at the elementary school level. That's big. You know, that is huge. In addition to, you know, getting me through this pandemic with his mixes. Hey, man, this guy has, dude, for all of you house heads, this dude actually has, what is praise?
How we praise.
How we praise in house?
House edition. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Bruh. Bro, you dancing and singing.
Bro, everybody at the table just now.
Hey,
you know it's good.
You dancing and singing for the Lord. It is dope. It is so dope. One Sunday when he didn't do it, I was texting like, hey, dog.
It's Sunday.
It's 1 o'clock. Where you at, man? I'm ready to cook, and you ain't playing. What's happening? Hey, man, I promise you, go to
percolate.
Hey, man.
He's percolating for Jesus.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, go to Mixcloud, follow this man, give this man some donations so that you can listen to his mixes at all times. It's dope, for real. He got some stuff up there from like 2007, right?
I'm from Chicago.
Yeah.
No doubt. That's what's up, man. Jersey in the building.
Yeah, bro. He kills it.
What's up, man? What's good?
I will be on that Sunday.
Do this New Year's toast. Hey, before I forget, there go that New Year's pop.
Yeah, it is.
Shout out to you, Mom. Love you. My Aunt Orlena, Anita, Uncle Lewis, the folks, my sister Alexis, folks tune in every week, man. My mom alone, she don't fall asleep first, but I want to shout y'all out before I want to make sure I don't miss that. Y'all tune in every week, man. We really appreciate y'all making Classic Conversations what it is. What's up, Glenn? I see you just chimed in, brother. We're going to do a New Year's Eve toast. What's up, bro? Man,
I coach baseball. I coach Little League baseball in Douglasville.
All right, see?
I've done that.
What year was this?
This was,
oh, yeah. Oh, man.
So you take Coach Douglasville. I need to know what year was this.
Oh, yeah. This dude here.
Probably 08, 09.
Okay,
this dude here done coached everything. He done coached badminton.
I ran Douglasville, boy, baseball.
Pass that on over there.
Soccer.
Oh, my thing was.
Dwayne, come on over here, bro.
Baseball and football, boy. We got two in the D.
I'm waiting for my son to get older, man, so I could coach again, man. I got to coach him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. Oh, hey, bro, for real. Congratulations. Hey, bro, since the show, you done had a newborn. Yeah, man. Congratulations.
Man, he's 7 months now, man.
Yeah, man. Shoot, he done been out there, boy, like what? Lion King.
Where did you send that?
Hold him up. Hold him up.
Where'd you send it? Orlando, I don't see it. Where'd you send it? They mentioned Kwanzaa.
Oh, yeah.
We're celebrating Kwanzaa. What's the day?
Ujamaa.
Ujamaa. Social, something about social businesses. What's it?
Ujamaa.
It's about businesses being together, socialize amongst the businesses. It's all good, Glenn.
I cut them bitches off when the ball drop.
I only tell the truth, that's all.
Man, that lady right there, man. So yeah, man. Last show of the year, Classic Conversations with JT and Low. But and he's still talking to his live in the microphone. He killed me with doing that. He do that all the time.
My mom says I ain't sleep at night.
He go in the microphone talking to her.
Microphone talking like a mom.
So yeah, last show of the year for Classic Conversations with JT and Low. Quick story, Angelo reached out to me talking about, hey man, we could do something, we just need some content. I'm like, boy, the life I live, I got content for days. It ain't nothing to do. We just do it. Right after the pandemic started, we were kind of hesitant to get going. But then when all the social unrest started, man, we was like, hey man, we got to get out here. So we jumped out here, and honestly, it's been really, really successful, man. And I just wish some of the people that's watching, would say something a little more, call in some more, because we have a lot of people that hit us up afterwards. Great show, man. Great show. Right, give us a call. Let us know you're out there.
I don't know what that is. Like, even when I was doing the show before, like, people always say to me stuff like that. And, well, why you ain't calling? I hate the way I sound on the radio.
Kill me with it, man.
You sound the same way you do right now.
Yeah, you ain't got to. Actually, when you just calling in, you can actually do your best radio voice. Hi, my name. You can do that. I used to do that, but it got tiring to do it every time. So it is what it is right now. You get what you're getting. See, I ain't got the the D Mark voice over there. Got the Barry White going over there and everything. So listen, man. We're gonna say Happy New Year to everybody out there, and we also gonna give a toast up for Classic Conversations with JT and Low, because next year we coming harder, we coming stronger. We're gonna be on all different platforms. Our shows we're gonna cut them down. We'll probably still be going for 2 hours, but you're only gonna see an hour. And if you want to see the second hour, you're gonna have to subscribe. It's just what it's gonna be. Say you're a fan, be a fan. Say you're a supporter, be a supporter. Because we need it right now. Look for sponsorships. Lou, come on in. Camu, I've had you up here too. Who else we had up here? We had Uncle Nearest up here? We hadn't had Uncle Nearest. You know what? I said that. Look, I said that last night. I was like, man, I hope he don't bring it. Uncle Nearest make it sit still. Boy, make it sit still. You gotta drink that when you know you ain't leaving. What else we had up here? We've had Seagram's Peach Vodka up here. Reach out, man. Holla at us. Acid Cigars. We've had LFD cigars up here. We've had Factory Smokes up here. We've had a lot of stuff up here, man. So y'all reach out. We'll make sure to shout you out. So let's put them up, fellas.
Cooperative Economics, Ujamaa. I got you.
He got it. Right. He got it. Hey, man, you didn't get your uncle to call in from Maryland?
He chimed in earlier. He said, tell you what's up. Tell everybody, hey, but he go to bed early. So he watched the first hour. He had to sit it down.
Yeah, that's my guy right there. That's my guy. So listen, man, to all you brothers up here, for real, Happy New Year to you. Best wishes for you in 2021. Son, best wishes for you also in 2021. You know what I'm saying? For real. Classic Conversations.
2021, we coming at you, baby.
Strong. For real. Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year.
Took this thing too quick, too hard now. We don't mess around, yo. Right.
Down 21.
Coming at you. Bar mitzvahs, weddings, receptions, house parties, Zoom parties. What else? What am I missing for you?
Pretty much anything that needs music.
There it is.
Anything that needs music, lighting, GoPro projection, pretty much anything, especially weddings, corporate events, family functions. Get at your boy, DJ D Mark, Details Entertainment.
Instagram, give them all that.
My Instagram is at DJ_DMark. That's DMARK. And we're also on Instagram at Details, DETAYLS, Details Entertainment.
And like I said, make sure you go to Mixcloud and follow him, DJ D Mark. You'll find him just like that.
We'll
Soccer
listen
Boss.
to him down there at Nationals for the flag football tournament.
Oh, yeah.
Video music while we.
Oh, yeah, we will.
While we talking to Uncle Nears.
Yes, sir, we will. Go ahead, Saga. Let them know what's up.
Oh, man. Catch me everywhere at Saga Boss. Like I said, I take off Monday. We're going to start this book tour. My wife just dropped her book.
Talk about that, too.
The title of the book is I Am. It's a poetic ensemble. Her life story, written in poem form. And then it's also a self-help book. So people that have gone through some of the stuff she's went through, domestic violence, abuse, stuff like that. All that stuff is in the back of the book. You can hit her up or hit me up, and I'll deliver the message, or you go on Amazon and get the book. But if you hit her personally, she's signing them, direct messages, and sending them out, so you can hit her.
Matter of fact, I'm going to make sure that I reach out to you. I know y'all going to be rolling, but I'm going to reach out to you when we have the next show about mental health. I mean, we basically touched on men with mental health because, we don't like, that's, taboo with us.
Right.
But I think while this movement is going about mental health with men, we're forgetting that, especially with our black women, what they're going through. Sometimes they might need a little help also. So make sure to reach out to you, make sure that she calls in and, talk about, her stories and everything going forward and everything.
Right.
Angelo, what's happening over at Uptown for New Year's Eve?
Hey, man, New Year's Eve, we got my boy TK Kirkland back in the building. He going to start Thursday night to bring in the new year. He'll be there all weekend long. You ain't been to a TK Kirkland show. Who raised you?
To T to the motherfucking K.
Yeah.
And all I can tell you is don't come late.
Oh, boy. Yes, sir. And
Don't come late.
Raise your hand if you got to go to the bathroom, because they'll let you know about it.
Yep. And if you're jealous and you're with your lady, you might not want to go.
Boy. Boy. Hey, shout out to, even though he ticked me off this week, but Bo Peep, my boy Will Brown, the engineers of this place, man, to set this podcast room for us, man, got everything straight. My boy Dwayne for stepping in, man, picked up everything in a heartbeat to keep things rolling when they couldn't be there, man. Shout out to all y'all, man, for the hard work. We appreciate it.
Yeah, man. My shouts to my engineers, Will, my man Dwayne, Bo. Whenever you come around with them coveralls on, we love having you around. All of the guests that we've had, man, it's been a great ride. A ride that I'm looking forward to next year because we've learned a lot on what to do for next year. We're hoping that the people will keep riding with us. Shout out to my wife because she's actually always over here telling me what we're doing wrong, sending me IMs, telling him to talk in the mic.
Told me to get off my phone tonight. I'm like, mind your business. I was looking up one of the names he just said about the Pope. I'm trying to learn something.
Right. She tell people stop
looking at her picture.
Stop looking in the phone. Tell them stop looking in the phone. Why is he reaching over to grab her lighter?
About to block her.
One of our great guests, and I should have hit her up tonight. My girl Feb. Feb was one of the great female guests that we had down here. She was shutting them down. We're hoping to have her back in here next year. Yeah, man, just shout out to all the support, man. We really appreciate it. And we will have our own Facebook page. We will have our own Instagram page coming up in the new year, so make sure that you follow that. It's just going to be exactly what it says. Classic Conversations with JT and Low I don't think we're going to need any underscores or anything in that. I don't think there's another one out there. Yeah, I don't think there's another one out there like that. So, that's about it. As for me, hey, this year I'm doing a lot of shit.
Right.
For real, y'all. Hell, I might start DJing. I actually have 2 turntables. Just need a mixer. That's all I need.
I can't find a power plug. I don't know what to do.
Hey, I got a lot of stuff going on. I got a lot of stuff, a lot of things, burning right now. Of course, the plays, that'll keep going. Been casted for a couple of things. Some things I've posted, some things I haven't. I'm actually thinking about making my presence known on the runway again because I'm not happy with what I'm seeing. Sometimes you have to step back out there and let them know what the real deal is. 2021, man, is coming, and we plan on doing it.
New music coming too.
Big. I wish, man, I should have told you to send the song to him. The one that you was talking about earlier. You could have sent it to him so he could have played it.
It ain't done yet. You trying to get me to leak the rough copy.
That is not done, but the words of this song, bro, seriously, dope.
I played off the air.
Yeah, the words on the song is dope. He said it's not done. I said, man, send it to me so I can put it in my car. You might be mad at me because I'm a rocket. So, we will be back next Tuesday.
Real quick, man, all of our special guests who chime in, I'm going to shout you out, Lily. Always comment throughout the night. Coach Kemp always chime in. Coach Faust, man, appreciate y'all. Folks who I know tune in every week, man. Appreciate all y'all, man. And before JT close it out, we said earlier in the show, we're going to say it again one more time. Vote tomorrow. If you ain't did your early voting, get out there and do it tomorrow. Don't wait till January the 5th. Stand in that line. Don't knock it out. But we got to vote, man. So if you want that $2,000, you better vote. Real talk.
Yeah, so now it made me, need a ride? Let me know. Shoot, I need that 2G. So next week we'll be back. Next week, I know that comedian from Pittsburgh. I never want to say the name because I don't want to say it wrong. But she's going to be in next week. We're actually going to talk about giving back and talking about, something like what Saga was talking about earlier about the homeless, the veterans that's out there, and trying to give some of your time. It's not a lot that you have to give. You don't have to give personal items. You can, but you can actually just give your time. There's a lot of organizations out there, just giving out things. You can just go out there and stand and help them out.
You do know I am part of Hunger Has No Religion, and we do a community Saturday. First Saturday every month, we go out and give out toiletries, food, and different items.
Yeah. Make sure.
Shout out to Donnie Edwards. He's the founder.
Make sure that you call in next Tuesday because she's coming in next Tuesday. She was actually in Vegas last week, out on the strip, nothing but homeless, giving out toiletries. She's giving out bags and everything in Vegas. She actually had Walmart. The Walmart actually rocked with her, so they kind of sponsored with it, and she was able to give out some things.
Yeah, shout out to Donnie Edwards. He's the founder. He actually was out Christmas morning, passing on stuff. So
yeah. So that's what we're gonna touch on that next week. Again, the shows are going to be shorter, so you can see the first hour, but to see the second hour, you're just gonna have to subscribe for real. Because like I said, we can sit here and talk, but we're trying to do some things a little bigger, so we got to cut it down a little bit. So next Tuesday we'll see you guys. So Happy New Year, stay safe.
Happy New Year's.
Watch if somebody invites you to especially if they do it on Facebook, they invite you to a New Year's Eve party. Look at the number invited. If it's over 300, you probably should not go. Just saying. So y'all stay safe out there,
coming
man.
uptown. We cut off 200.
See, I said 300. Uptown's going to have it going. TK is going to do his thing. The way it's going, that's probably what we going to be. But, Happy New Year to y'all. Classic Conversations, and we are out. You dig?
Can we go back? This is the moment. Tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over. So we put our hands up like the ceiling can't hold us. Like the ceiling can't hold us. 1, 2, 3, My baby don't mess around because she loves me so, and this I know for sure. But does she really wanna, but can't stand to
if you catch me at the border, I got visas in my name. If you come around here, I'll make them all day. I get one down in a second if you wait. I fly like paper, get high like planes. If you catch me at the border, I got visas in my name. If you come around here, I'll make them all day. I get one down in a second if you wait. Sometimes I think sitting on trains. Every step I get to, I'm clocking that game. Everyone's a winner, we're making our fame. Bonafide hustler, making my name. Sometimes I think sitting on trains. Every step I get to, I'm clocking that game. Everyone's a winner, we're making our fame. Bonafide hustler, making my name.